Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Hey, are we live?
Good evening, guys. How's everybody doing? It's so good to be back.
Welcome to the Absolute Vodka live at the Landis
I need to scoot over.
podcast
Not
here.
in the middle here.
We
There we go.
This is our final show of the year. We've done like a few of them to finish out the year. How many have we done? 16, 17,
17
I think
38,
17,
38, 42.
Or-
Hut. What we figured we would do is kind of go through some of the shows that we had this past year. You know, we're not going to be able to have time to show videos of everybody and everything, but we do have some. Casey put together some really cool, like just little recaps of stuff, and we'll mention a few acts. We had close to 90 shows this year. I mean, we've had a lot of bands.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have
on the stage. Yes, I don't think there's any place around here even doing close to what we're doing as far as putting.
You got to think,
up.
what's it, 52 days or 52 weeks in a year, and 2 shows a week. You know, pretty
Yeah.
much every week, other than this week.
And bringing and bringing these people to South Jersey, to Vineland, New Jersey. You know,
absolutely.
You know, giving this place, filling hotel rooms, giving restaurants, putting people in restaurants
to be able to do what we do here and to do what we do for the city. Hopefully making a positive change in an area that definitely needs something like this.
Absolutely.
It can use a place like this to be the shining light of a city, and I think we're getting there.
Cumberland County is the poorest county apparently in the state of New Jersey.
Yep.
And things like what we're doing will enrich the county. Will bring people here. It adds to why people come here. I just read, which I thought was ridiculous. I mentioned it prior to coming on. Was how Taylor Swift is changing our economy. She had one concert in Philadelphia and 365 days last year, and somehow she changed the economy of Philadelphia by filling hotel rooms.
Yeah.
I would probably say the Eagles, football, some baseball games. I think they fill a lot of things. I think they probably bring a lot more people to the city than one Taylor Swift concert. But
there's also other sold out shows in the same arenas.
But they're not Taylor Swift, and they're not part of the agenda of Taylor Swift that we got to all bow down to. Unfortunately, we couldn't see her celebrate when the Chiefs lost once again. So, I mean, that saddened the networks and all the fans.
Did you see the video of our boy going through the table?
Yeah,
man, that was I got to say, it's the only NFL player we know that I've ever seen go through a table. So
that's great. But so we're going to go through these and just kind of, there's a lot. Look at all these shows, man. This is ridiculous. We have put a lot of shows.
Buckle up, everyone.
And I will tell you, for every single one of these shows, Steve and I did lights and video. Bob did probably 90% of the sound, 95% of the sound. There's only a few acts that come in, national acts that come in and actually use their sound guy. And I'll be straight with you. I don't
for better or for worse.
I'm going to say for worse. I don't care. I don't care what they think, but I'm going to tell you, Bob knows how to mix this room. He does. It can't apparently like 80 some shows a year. They come in and try and do one, and it sounds like muddled shit.
And
it's true. And if they just used our guy, they would have had one hell of a show.
It's true. Right, starting off strong here, folks.
Yeah, that's right. I'm done, man. The year's over. The year is over, man.
Starting off strong.
The year is over, and I'm excited to start off this coming year with Real. We have had how many times has Real been here now?
I think this will be their fourth or fifth.
Fourth time. I'm a huge Peter Gabriel fan. I love Genesis, especially the old Genesis. These guys put on a performance, man, and it's the sixth. It's our first show of 2024, and I'm glad it's them because again, they put on a show that brings you back to the original Genesis. But then when he does his Peter Gabriel songs, it's like he hits them. I love Peter Gabriel. I've seen him in concert several times.
So good.
And everyone who saw his last concert this year said, "Wow, that is not Peter Gabriel anymore." So that's why we do so many tribute bands. People are like, "Oh, it's the tribute theater." Well, you know what? Suck my dick. You know what I mean? We're putting on music. You're not doing shit.
Rare form tonight.
You're not doing shit. We're sitting out here busting our ass to put music out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And give these bands, these musicians, a chance to play, and for people to relive a time when this music was good and it sounds the same.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't going to spend money to see Peter Gabriel.
No.
Because I don't want to see Peter Gabriel that way. As a decrepit old man, trying to sing songs that he can't sing anymore.
Yeah.
I'd rather see this amazing group and relive those moments that I didn't even get to see. Like I never got to see the original Genesis.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
I mean, Peter, it was Phil Collins Genesis by the time I caught on the Genesis, when I in the 80s. Prior to that, I wasn't lucky enough, but then I found it and I realized how amazing it was.
Mhm.
And these guys give it to us. And that's our first show of the year. That's January 6th. Tickets are on sale on our new amazing ticket. We've changed our ticketing. By the way, before we get into this, everybody, this is 2024. Unless the show was prior booked and there was some fee stuff going on, from this day forward, every show booked at the Landis Theater is free, no fees, free of the fees, free of the tax. It's all inclusive. You spend $25 for a ticket, you spend $25 for a ticket. Whether you're online, you're at the door, it's the same exact price. No fees, no extra taxes, none of that stuff anymore.
Mhm.
I got a thing on Instagram today about signing a petition against, because Ticketmaster has now been bought by the Live Nation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now there's this big and fees are going out the roof now,
Mhm.
and everybody's upset and they're signing these petitions about fees and stuff. I'm like, hey, come to the Landis.
Yep.
Come to the
Didn't need a
Landis.
petition here.
Yep.
We just did it for you because guess what?
Yep.
I also hate fees.
So
I
we
can't
all do.
stand that shit. I can't stand it, man. I cannot stand getting to a ticket. And I don't go to a lot of these big shows. I have to say, if I'm going to a show, chances are it's a band no one's ever heard of. So it really sucks to buy a $10 ticket and the fees are more expensive than the $10
Yeah.
ticket. Like when it used to just be a show in like somebody's basement and you'd hand them a 10 at the door.
Yeah.
And that was it. So you can't even do that anymore.
Now-
I want to pay cash at the door. Okay, that's great. We still have to run it through
Exactly.
our ticketing processor, and
sucks.
we're bound by contract to do it. It's
Hell yeah.
terrible.
I
Terrible.
said it a million times since we started this podcast, but also the inclusion of free parking. I mean, when
Yep.
you go to these venues and you're like, I
Yep.
went to 2 big shows this year. Thankfully, Jones Beach up in Long Island, New York doesn't charge for parking. One of the only places I've never seen. But when I went to see Aerosmith, the final tour of Aerosmith, parking was $50.
Yeah, well, you can't blame that on the venue though, because that's just the places around there.
Yeah,
That's like
you're right.
those lots making money because they know that's like an Eagles game. You go to an Eagles game, none of those Eagles aren't making any of that money. That's
Yeah.
every lot around them.
Mhm.
But I mean, here we could charge the lots next week, but nobody does. We're just happy that we're bringing people to this city, bringing people in. They're spending money. They're getting hotel rooms. They're seeing shows.
Mhm.
They're wanting to come back. They're asking for bands to come back. We just want to grow. And that's what we're trying. And by getting rid of fees, it makes us the only place in town. Well, I'm sure everybody else, they copy everything we do anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
We'll
they're
be
going to
not
go
far
on and go,
behind.
oh, let me figure out what ticketing the Landis is using so we can steal their shit some more,
You are keeping live music alive.
And these
which
other
is-
theaters are keeping their pockets full.
Yep.
Is all they're doing. That's
You're right.
all they're doing. They're getting money from the cities. They're getting money from the counties. They're just sucking money out of your tax money, and they're using it to fill their pockets. They're all making money, and they're all getting paid. We don't make shit. We put our money in. We sit here, and we do the best we can to make this grow and make this become a really amazing place. So
Joe
Don't
Morrison.
do that. That's not an approved thing. to
yeah.
do
Oh
on
man,
our
I was gonna
podcast,
say I'll
you
show up and
bastard.
tailgate with Joe.
Buy our beer.
Tribal Sun's coming too. But look, we don't have a lot of time, so let's get into this, man. We had a lot of really great shows this year. So what I'll do is I'll start now. CT, you weren't here for a lot of shows, but you were here for some, and Steve and I again are here for every show.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll kind of go through. Steve, you want to go month by month here? I'll start off with January.
Sure.
So January 6, 2023, we had Def Leppard, the Ultimate Def Leppard Experience, who were just back for their Christmas show they did here, which was fantastic, by the way. They're doing a really great job. We enjoy having them. It was great having their Christmas show. I thought it was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
It
they
was
did
a-
some great versions.
yeah,
of
they're-
some Christmas songs.
They're
I
good,
thought.
man. They're a
Yeah.
really good band.
New name.
Yeah,
Now
that's
they're
true. Now they're
Adrenalize.
called
Yes,
Adrenalize.
true. We're doing these recaps of some of these bands have different
That's
names
right.
now.
They
It's kinda
changed their
weird.
name to Adrenalize.
Look at that. We're gonna be like, what band was that?
I
don't
would have made
remember
my
that.
name like Pyromania or something, No, Adrenalize is just, I don't know, but it's them. They're great guys. They do a great show. I love them to death. Let's see. Another band that I want to bring back this year. I'm working on bringing them back with another Van Halen act that can combine the two, and we want to do what's called the Best of Both Worlds tour, and that was
Hell
Van
yeah.
Hagar.
Mhm.
the Van Hagar guy and I went back and forth, emails and stuff. And I finally said, let's do it. And they came and, man, did they show. Do we have any video of the Van Hagar guys, at least we can show? These guys came and they said, look, I'm going to give you a hell of a show, Ray. And they did. They're from New York.
Yes.
Great band. I can't wait to have them back. Let's go ahead, Case. If you got it, let's show it. That's amazing. See, these are the songs that I love.
Yes.
Because you got heavy metal. They're playing heavy metal. One of my tunes, Sammy Hagar blew that tune out of the water back in the day. One of my favorite movies. And I get to throw up a little of that heavy metal video, man, on that tiny little screen that Steve fucked up. Remember that?
Aren't you so glad I fucked that screen up?
Our whole first year started with a tiny screen.
Raise your hand if you're glad.
Steve
I had my first big mess up ever.
All right. Oh, next we had on the 13th. Wait, aren't they back the 13th of this year too? Wow, it's the same exact date.
Just
How'd you do that?
Dude,
February.
I'm going to tell you.
It's February
Is it
13th.
February? It's January.
January. It's this coming month.
Is it
January 13th?
How the hell did that work out?
So I'm going to tell you, it was packed. It was just about sold out. If you did not get to see these guys last year, I'm telling you, you must come. Tickets are on sale right now.
Yeah.
No fees. Tickets are on sale right now for the Amish Outlaws. Case, you want to just go for it? Just show them up. Oh my God! Come on! Come on!
My mom swears she's related to him.
She
Swears.
when I tell you, these guys are just drop dead amazing. They put on one hell of a show. There was not a person in that crowd that did not have one hell of a time. At
That was
show.
a packed house.
Packed house.
Oh.
Dude, they did a conga line of like 300 or 400 people in and out of the, we couldn't believe
Literally
it.
out
Absolutely couldn't believe
through
it.
to the
Couldn't believe it.
concession stand, back around, backing in, and somehow everyone found the damn seats.
And then we got towards
I
the
don't know
end,
how that worked out.
We got towards the end of that month and we ended up with brain damage. Their Wish You Were Here. What show was that though? You didn't write that down there. Was that the was that the animal
That was
show?
Wish You Were
The
Here.
Wish You Were Here show.
That was
Yeah.
they did
Wish You Were Here
and
album.
Animals
Yeah.
in the same year.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I know,
I
right?
thought
Great
that
year
was
for Pink Floyd.
You know what? I thought that was the year before, I guess.
Not only that, but
Yeah.
they did Wish You Were Here, Animals, and Dark Side of the Moon.
with the movie. Yeah, with that was
Yeah,
amazing.
we got a
Do you
good
have
year for
anything
Pink
on that
Floyd.
one? Oh, excellent. There you go. That was Frank, the pig.
Frank Fly.
We-
Frank's right over there. in
Yeah,
that closet.
Frank got his name
final resting place.
from a great place. But he never actually flew before until here at the Landis, and I spent a good week finding a way to make Frank fly.
Yes, he
and
did.
he flew, and
Yes,
he
he
flew,
did.
and he flew again. And Frank is now been retired.
Retired.
Yep.
He is
He-
living his life in the pasture,
He,
and
he lives here, and soon will be part of this
very dark black pasture.
the decoration. He will soon be a decoration within the confines
Kinda
of
warm.
this podcast studio.
It is
Yeah.
nighttime all the time.
all
for
the time
Frank.
in Frank's pasture.
So then let's see. So we finished out with a great Cars tribute, which was Best Friend's Girl. That's how we finished out January of last year. So you want to take February?
Sure.
Just a lot of
Starting off
shows.
the first week of February, we had a Night of Metal with Ultimate Live Evil, Ancient Mariners, and Metal Gods, a Steve Desco Clockwork production,
Now Night of Metal's coming back also
coming back on the 24th, I believe, correct?
of January case.
Ski.
February.
February.
February. Yes, they're coming back soon. You can buy your tickets now. Steve, you can now buy tickets to Night of Metal 2024, but they were our first act of February of last year. 2/17/2023, an evening of Sinatra, starring Lou DiToli. Now that guy, if you've never heard him, is Frank Sinatra. He's a local dude, and that was another great show. I think it was a fantastic time. I think it fits
I
the
love the
area,
guy. It sounded like
know?
you said Sinatra, but that's okay.
Sinatra.
Sinatra. He was one of the garbage pail.
I was
kids.
wondering why
Remember
nobody
those?
was saying anything. I'm like, I'm just sitting
You
here
remember-
talking, and nobody's fucking talking.
You remember the
Jesus
garbage
Christ.
pail kids?
I'd say, yeah.
There was one
Yeah.
called. There was one
Sinatra.
called.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's Steve
Sinatra.
Desco. See, he's here. I know he's here. We can't see his damn name because he's commenting on
By
He-
now.
If you go
That's
on the
why we gotta
Landis
get rid of that.
Theater,
We got to
Steve,
stay
and
on ours.
comment on our
You're on the wrong
version
one,
of
you
the
dummy.
feed, we'll actually see who the hell you are. So now you could plug your show maybe on the air. Let's see what else we have. Puppy Pals
Ooh,
on 2/18.
I
They
hope
were
we have
here
video
for
of that.
I was
two
actually
shows that
here
day.
for that.
Was that your first time?
It wasn't my first time at the Landis because I go back to the Evil Dead musical with you guys.
That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
missed that. That was so much
Yeah,
fun.
talk about it.
That was my son's, my 4-year-old's. That was his very first show he ever went
Oh,
to anywhere.
eh,
was
well,
Puppy pals,
Look
get
at
out of
that.
here.
Look at that.
Oh man, we could have let him meet the puppies.
Oh
You
man,
could've
he
met
had.
the puppies.
He asked me, no lie, every day this year, are we going to the puppy show?
Well,
Are we
they're
going
coming
to the
back this summer.
He's
You
going
should
to be
have
so
started this
excited.
podcast
coming-
sooner here, CT.
They're coming back this summer, and what was so cool with them is when they were here, their truck was a mess, and we gave them a bunch of our old road cases that say the Landis on them. And about a week or two later, they were in Georgia at Stone Mountain, a place that I used to frequent, and I literally worked there
Mhm.
back in the day. And
No,
look at them! Oh my God!
Rudy.
Look at it, Rudy!
Rudy.
But they showed a picture of them at Stone Mountain, Georgia, doing a show, and there were the Landis things
Oh,
in the
that's
background.
great.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the fact that they
Yeah.
dragged the Landis stuff around all these theaters, I love. But
Spreading the love of the land.
Spreading the love.
Dylan and Jeffrey.
yeah, Steve
Ray and
was
I
just
did a
saying-
lot of work that
While
day.
that video was running, we ended up we did repairs to their little slide thing. We like took care of the puppy pals when they were here. I mean, that was a good show. That was a really good show.
Okay. Let's see. 2/24. Enough's Enough. Ted Poley, Zenora, and Cowbell Superstar. What did
Zenora.
we call that night?
I'm rocking Zenora. right
that
now.
was
Yeah, man.
the glam metal night.
the glam rock night.
Glam rock.
Yes, glam rock 2023. There it is. If you guys have not heard Zenora, he was on last week. Right,
Yeah,
Dylan, we had him on.
Yep.
He absolutely loved it. He was texting me afterwards how much fun he had being on a podcast, because I guess he's never been on a podcast before. He wants to become a regular institution. So I told him, well, write more damn songs, buddy, and then we can premiere them on here.
we don't have room at the table, but we could hang him by his feet, and he could be upside
Dude, he'll
down
do
here.
anything. He'll that kid will do anything.
He probably would. Do it.
Anything we ask,
probably
he'll
would.
do it.
Put him on the
So,
roof. He could be Dylan, on a
Dylan, he was a
building.
great kid. Enough's Enough. They were an awesome time. It was great hearing those songs. Ted Poley couldn't be a nicer guy.
That was
uh,
Ted's second time here.
That was Ted's second
Yeah,
time here.
yeah. Ted's just a great guy.
Ted is an
man.
awesome
And
dude.
He's so
Super
good to the
sweet.
fans, man.
Loves it. If you've never
So
seen
good
him
to the
interact with
fans.
people
is a
during the
great
show,
dude.
man, he is. If you're in a band and you are looking to get big and looking to get famous, take a look at what that guy does with the fans, because
Yeah, man.
it'll go a long
He
way.
treats them with respect and love.
Yeah.
Honestly, Chip from Enough's Enough is the same way. I mean, he's
Yeah.
great. with
Oh,
the
yeah.
fans.
Chip was awesome.
Now they were here originally with the Dead Daisies the year before, and we
Mhm.
brought them back to headline that show with
Yes.
Ted and Zenora is to me is the next,
The second
resurgence
coming
of that
yeah.
metal era.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Cowbell
yeah.
Superstar, these guys are just great, man.
Mhm.
They're just a good band, man. They're good people. They're a great band. I hope to have them back at some point
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Get them to open up for somebody else.
Absolutely.
So let's finish it out, Steve. What was left?
Then let's see. Finishing out the month of February, we have Flying Circus, the Led Zeppelin tribute. A
There's another
crazy
show
group
I
of
was
guys.
at.
Oh, you were there for that one too?
I was
Yeah,
here
they-
for that one too.
They're awesome. We just saw Scott last weekend. It was
Yeah,
great to
yeah,
see him out
yeah,
and about.
yeah.
And
He's-
this was his
he's-
first show back.
He's
so.
been down and out for a while. Scott was, and we were happy to see him. He's doing a lot better. He's
Mhm.
hopefully be back in the band soon and get that band rolling.
Heck
But
yeah.
all our prayers and love go out to you, Scott. We
Yes,
love you,
sir.
buddy.
Absolutely.
And it was so good. And his first time back out since his therapy and everything started,
Mm-hmm.
he comes to the Landis for a show.
That was great.
I
Yep.
mean, it
Yeah,
was
he
so
said it was
good.
his
to see
first
him.
time going anywhere, and
Yeah.
he came out here. and
So
that's-
good to see him, man.
that's
Bless his
awesome.
heart, man. What
That
a
is
great
awesome.
guy. And that ended February. Then Well, you weren't really here for. I'll just go into March because I don't think you saw these
We
shows.
do have a
CT.
video.
Probably
for this one coming
Wait, a
out.
video for what one?
The one you're about to read.
Oh, Schism.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
dude,
told.
what a fucking show, man! That was what was his name? The guitar player.
Keith.
Keith.
Mhm.
Excuse me for forgetting your name. I got so many names in my head, but man, dude, they rock, dude. I'm a Tool fan. I've seen almost every Tool band prior to this last tour. I've seen every tour.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever seen a tribute to
Mhm.
Tool.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to say an experience of Tool because these guys blew it away, man. We had people on stage with fake fire.
Mhm.
We had people on, on hoops and all kinds of craziness. You have a video of that? You said, Case?
And
Oh,
Schism's
they're
the
coming back.
only. They're the only band that is licensed by the band Tool. They're
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
ones that are like.
Dude, they're so
Yes.
good. It's like seeing Tool. And what I love, so they
Yeah.
were coming back. We had them scheduled and we had to postpone because Tool went out on tour and it happened to be like within a week of
Yeah.
actual Tool because
Yep.
it made no sense. So now we're working with them now to get them back for this year. And I can't wait. Let's see this video because this was such a good show, man. What a good show. Dude, all the fake flames, dude. How cool does it look? You
Mhm.
swear to God it was real. You swear to God it was real. What do we have after that? Oh, we had Unforgettable Fire, which was a U2 tribute that we had in. They play around a bunch of different places. They were good. Then we have these guys I love. They were just here. Burning Sky was just here backing up Cher. So that was the Burning
Yes,
Sky
that's right.
band, and they came and they actually did a few.
It was a
too.
surprise.
It was definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
It was Cher
I was
meets.
not expecting it.
it was Cher meets Bad Company in a way I never thought we'd ever understand.
It was. Yes.
Understand.
Yeah.
With a taste of Desco.
With a little taste of Ozzy in there.
Taste of Ozzy.
Taste of
Well,
Ozzy.
That's
taste
great,
the
man.
glimmer of Ozzy.
But
you know.
I love these guys. They're a great tribute to a great band. I literally love them. Did you have anything for them, Case, or no? No? That's okay. We'll move on. But we will get these guys. They're coming back probably this year, too. We got to schedule them. Well, I was talking to them when they left. We're working on a date. We're just working on an opener. So, because we want to do a 2-band, thing, so people can get their money's worth. The thing is, they come out, they spend $25. It's not a ton of money to spend on a ticket,
Not at all.
but it's a hard sell sometimes to just say, oh, just the Bad Company fans. So if you give them Bad Company and somebody else, like, oh, well, I like that band, and then they get to see the Bad Company band too, and they go, holy shit, that band's good too. So it's a way for bands to play a dual show that most of their fans wouldn't come to. And now they get new fans from it. I think it's a cool concept, and it's a way to put. We try to keep them together though, like we did Burning Sky with the Flying Circus. That was a tribute basically to the record label at the time.
Yes.
They were all on the Swan Song record label, so which was kind of cool.
And I mean, not only that, but even the bands themselves. If you look at the current stadium tour, it's what is it? It's Def Leppard, Steve Miller Band, and Journey together.
Who the
they're
fuck-
packaging it that way.
Who
like?
but that's 3 bands. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And they're doing the same thing we're trying to do, but we're trying to at least keep the bands in the same genre.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
right.
like Journey and Steve Miller.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, man. They don't go together. That's like water and oil. That just doesn't mix.
I don't think Def Leppard mixes with that either.
I not even close. Well, Def Leppard just needs to go away at this point. They're horrible, man.
They do, and let Adrenalize take over.
Yes, Adrenalize. Please do something. I mean, they did it with. I just saw that freaking Leonard Skinner is going to be at the I guess
Talk about a tribute
country music is doing a New Year's Eve celebration now in Nashville, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
But they have Leonard Skinner. I'm like, no, you don't. You should get a Leonard Skinner experience, man.
Yeah.
Our Leonard Skinner was better than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Street Survivors blows that band out of the water, man.
Same amount of original members.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The exact same.
Oh, and another one of my favorites. Please tell me you have video of Gold Dust Woman. Because this girl can blow, man. She sounds so good. She's Stevie Nicks in like you time traveled back to the 80s and it's Stevie Nicks on stage, and they do a little bit of everything. They do Stevie, they do a Fleetwood Mac. What do you got, Case? Oh man, she is so good, man. I hope we're having them back this year. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if we scheduled them or not. If not, we need to get on that because again, we've had some Fleetwood Mac tributes. We have a lot of bands that come in and then we'll find a band that's maybe a little bit better. And what we try to do here is we try to keep the best of the best. Give everyone a shot, but keep the best of the best that we find.
Absolutely.
And that's the best of the best when it comes to Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks. The band's tight. She sounds amazing. They put on an amazing show. Steve's lights for those shows just blow you away, man.
I have to say, Fleetwood's probably one of my top 5 favorite bands.
Absolutely.
It's one that, I listened to growing up with my grandfather all the time, driving around in his truck. That was the cassette that was in the cassette player. And it's hard to beat,
Even up until her 70s, there was just something about
absolutely,
Steve,
man.
She was the epitome of sexiness for me. Even when I was a young teenager, man, her voice just did
just the music and the content that the music is about. Like as you get older and you start realizing what their songs are about, you're like, holy shit, this is badass, dude.
And they're still playing
and
together.
then they still play together afterwards. You're like, dude, this is the craziest band ever. Talk about if Taylor Swift had every one of her exes in her damn band.
Could you imagine?
That's Stevie Nicks.
That's, exactly.
I mean, that's really what it is. It wasn't just breakup songs. It was breakup songs that they wrote together and they made millions of dollars off of
and then
together.
She could have. And Kelsey could be the guy on the side going, duh, duh. I could just keep throwing footballs at him. He'll keep missing them all day. That'd be great.
Pfizer shots.
Yeah, greatest tight end my ass. Idiot. That guy makes me want to throw up. Man. Anyway, back to the great stuff here. The Rush Experience, who are back as well. Do you remember the date they're coming back, Case?
January 27th.
January. They're back
close.
Dude, they're right this month.
Close.
Again, another great band. We had a couple Rush things come in. Steve and I were like, I'm a big Peart fan. I love Rush, man. I saw Rush back in the 80s. I love them so much. And it was just one of those things where we got to find a good Rush band, man. And they have a lot of them that are female led. Okay. Because Getty had that voice, man. Here's a band with a guy that can sing it. And the guy sounds amazing. It's a 3-piece. They're doing Rush like Rush did Rush.
Yep.
No, not 17 people on stage with a woman singing, trying to recreate a Rush song.
Dude, you should see this guy's guitar set up. Over there on the left.
Did you see that?
The setup,
dude? They even have the spinning drum set. It's so great, man. And I'll tell you, that thing wasn't working great.
Yeah,
they
made
sat
it work,
and they worked on it. They went back and forth to the hardware store. These experiences, again, I hate calling them tribute acts because they're bringing you back to what was so good about that particular band's music. And man, they wanted to make sure they did the best show they could to get that damn thing to spin, and they did make it spin. And it looked freaking great. And it didn't matter that it didn't spin or if it didn't because the band was so fucking good, man.
Hell yeah.
And they are back. I can't believe they're back like in a month.
It's close.
Dude, you got to come to the show, man. You've got to see this show. You've got to see this.
And I'm telling you, like you keep saying about experiences, and it's true. But I think there's like tiers of tribute acts.
Yeah,
there are tribute acts that are just starting. They might not look the same. They have a little bit of a different vibe. They're not at that experience point yet. Whereas the bands that I see here are truly that experience.
Well, we do. We look through videos. And sometimes, we have a band that comes in and we saw something and then they change. And Steve would tell you, I mean, you talk about rare form. I get in rare form, man. We got a lot going here, dude. We put a lot into these shows, a lot into this city. We want this. Not, and again, I gain really nothing out of this. I've lost so much money at this point, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm never getting it back. The point is, we can make a change to the city. There's so many good people in this city that are trying to do good and trying to do well. This is a venue that can change this. It can change this county, man, if we do it the right way and we're allowed to open up and do it the way we want to do. And bringing in these great bands is part of it.
Now, I'll say something as far as the city, as far as the community is concerned. I really noticed that with the Christmas thing. When I was playing Santa from here and I had some of the guys from one of the barbershops down the street, can you come in and sit down in a chair, act like I'm cutting Santa's hair? And I would go in and I'd hang out with them and I'd go meet some other people. And the community really is alive on Landis Avenue, especially, that there is a sense of community and there is a sense of feeling a big vibe coming from this place.
And that's Josie and Paul Spinelli again, putting that together. Josie seeing that up every year. It's just another reason why we feel like this is worth our trouble and our time.
Absolutely.
I mean, it really, it's worth every fight I have to put up. It's worth everything we have to do. Like I said, we're not sitting here. We got no money from COVID. We got none of that government money that was thrown around all these other places. We got shit from nobody. The city's the only person that's come in to help us here and there with some money for electricity and stuff like that when we were trying to get back. Thank you, City of Vineland. You have no idea how much that means to me personally, to us here, and the fact that now we want to give it back to you. How do we get it back to them? And this is how we do it. We start filling their stores. We start filling their restaurants. We start filling their, the hotels. We start making people talk. Again, when has Vineland, New Jersey ever been on the back of a rock T-shirt?
That's exactly right.
Now it is. People walk around on the beach and they got their, zebra shirt or whatever, and it says Vineland, New Jersey on the back. People are like, holy shit, man. That's Vineland. And that's what we're trying to do. We're doing our best. And I'm hoping that we're going to get to a point someday where people are like, dude, we got to play the Landis. Well, some are, though.
Well, I'll be honest, dealing with a lot of the bands that I've dealt with this past year that I've known forever, I really go back to a couple comments that were made during the Rock for Recovery benefit. I was told this is my dream come true. Like, I am so in awe of being on this stage, and the people that work here are like phenomenal.
That means a lot.
Like,
It's awesome.
They really, there's so many people, and just know that there's so many people out there that want to play this venue.
That means a lot. That means a lot. And to everybody that does play this venue, and the people that overplay this venue, like Steve Desco, we love all of you. We love Steve. I'm almost done. There was a lot of shows in February last year. The Rush Experience, Starman, another one. Dude, huge Bowie fan, man. I saw Bowie probably 2 months before I went in the Army back in the day. And, man, when you talk about an experience, man, when he comes out and he does the 80s Bowie, which is the Bowie that I saw, it's Bowie.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And we shows the prior Bowie stuff. Like, dude, I'm a big fan of, like, the Ziggy Stardust, Diamond Dogs, all those original albums. But the 80s Bowie opened me up to that music.
Right.
And he goes through the eras of it with a great costume change. Can you put that picture up one more time, Case? He had that one crazy costume. Is it in there? Oh, it's not in there.
The black and white
one. Where Bowie wore that big black and white thing where the legs stood out.
Yeah.
He had just got that costume. And I remember when Bowie wore it, I'm like, what the hell is he wearing? And he's like, look, I'm going to come out in it for a second, and then I'm going to leave because I can't move in it. I can't perform it.
He comes out, he does a little waddle.
He kind of waddles out. He goes, hey, here's the costume. Goodbye. But it was just really cool, man. And I think they're coming back this year. Are they not, Case?
I would hope
I think
so.
we have them, too.
I'll have to veto if not.
And then we ended the month with Phil Wax's benefit, man. Phil Wax had an injury to his neck. He got screwed up, and look at it. Look at Phil, baby.
Man.
She's like, look at this idiot. Phil is
Love
another
you,
guy.
Phil.
Where Phil even has that picture.
Yeah, Phil's been in a few
Birds.
Phil's been in a few different bands that have played here. He's a great guy. He needed a little help paying his bills. We had the date open. We love to help people out like that. Oh, look at this. You people are great, man. We love you too. Thank you, Janet. We do this for these people. Joe Morrison, we do nothing for you.
Nothing at all. Get away. Go away.
We love you, Joe. Joe, we're still upset you didn't show up at Cher. Just so you know, Joe, Cher literally called you out to come on stage, and you were not in the audience. Sad day for Cher. Sad day for Joe. But again, Starman, you got to see us. But Phil Wax, one more time. We do these benefits. We did a benefit for you. We're working on one. A friend of mine from high school, Carrie. We're working on a benefit to help police dogs that are going into retirement
That's awesome.
stuff. We're going back and forth with her about that. Of course, we're going to have. We have another. We were working on a benefit for the guy from Queen, the Queen tribute that we have. I'm not sure what happened with that. I don't know if that's still going on or what. He was one of their stagehand guys who's been here several times. And like I said, our place, if we have that date open, we don't really always have a Sunday. You know, if there's a way to help someone in our community, whether it be rock and roll or whatever, we're here, and we volunteer our time. We do everything we can to help these people and make it work. So let's go. We will skip into Steve. Going to the Reagan years, baby.
Yes, starting off in April, the Reagan years, our 80s tribute band.
I think you guys
They
are
were a
missing Rock
fantastic
Candy.
one. Oh shit! It was at the bottom.
Oh,
there.
that was our April Fool's
Yeah.
show.
On April Fool's, Rock Candy. Then we had the Reagan years, an 80s tribute
I
band.
tried, Steve.
4-8 was Lagrange.
Lagrange. Dude, they were good, man.
They were fucking awesome, dude. They had the
Another
mic
band I saw in the
stands,
80s.
everything. Yeah.
Another band I saw. They had the spinning guitars
They
and
had the
shit.
spinning guitars. Those guys did it up. They had the fuzzy guitars.
That's
nonetheless. I mean,
one
they
of those
really had
bands
everything.
MTV turned me on to.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
then I
Oh,
went
yeah.
back and I'm like, oh, this music's great. But man, did they rock back in the day.
Now, one of the lead singers from LaGrange is also in a Killer, and I go way back with them. Motorhead tribute.
Yeah.
Really?
Called
Yes.
Head Motor.
Yep.
And they are
Oh,
phenomenal.
he mentioned that when he was here.
Yeah.
We got to get that in. We got to
That's
get that
killer.
in. I wonder, are they still performing?
Yeah,
think so,
and
yeah.
they what's cool is they have the whole, like, if you go back with Motorhead at all, they have the whole plane like background with, like, they'll bring out the whole, it looks like a giant bomber plane on the stage.
Oh,
with them.
that's
It's
cool.
killer.
Shit.
That's cool. That's cool.
Awesome.
Keep going.
We have
Steve.
to talk about that one. That sounds cool as shit. 4/12/23. Oh, another one from Mandy there. Oh, there, and Paul, we love you.
Thank you, Paul. We love you and your wife so much. Merry Christmas, guys.
4/12/23. One of my personal favorite shows that we did
Oh.
here. The Carmine Appice Diaries. This man came up, and if you notice that lovely blue drum kit that he is playing on, that is a Ludwig vintage Vistalite drum kit from 1976. And Carmine absolutely hates those damn things. And we got him to play on the plastic drum kit one more time. He always refused them.
It sounded
He said-
great.
it
And
sounded
afterwards,
fantastic.
he admitted it.
He admitted it that it was a good time. But when he showed up, I said, "Oh, how do you like the kit?" He goes, "I hate these plastic things. I never wanted to play on one of them again." Blah, blah. I said, "Well, you're playing on one now."
Best thing that ever happened though is his brother Vinny came in. I forget what months later, and
Yep.
he brought this amazing like homemade set.
There he
right
is,
there,
yes.
he is. There's Vinny, and he said. And I looked at his set. I said, "This set's awesome." I said, "When your brother was here, he played one of our sets." He goes, "Yeah, it's because he's a cheap bastard."
And don't they pronounce their names differently?
Yes,
though?
One's
Appice
Appice
and
and one's a
Appice, yeah.
piece.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny,
Yep.
man. They're
But
great.
no, that
guys,
was
though, both of them.
the way that show went. For those that don't know or didn't come and see it, it was actually kind of like a Q&A mixed in with some drumming.
Yeah.
That he did.
Oh, that's
it
awesome.
was really cool. He had these things up on the screens on the side, and they were all little things that people from the audience could choose, and they were all stories from all of his time. And if you don't know, I mean, the
Shoot.
guy was with so many different people from
Rod
Ozzy to
Stewart.
Rod Stewart. I mean, just the two of them, they couldn't be further apart from each
Yeah.
other. But the man drummed for both of them,
That's
and
wild.
it's just some of the stories he had, man, about those two.
What was cool though is he had all the
was awesome.
questions up.
Yeah.
But they only asked like half of them. So
Yeah.
next time if he comes back, they can ask
Yeah.
the other questions.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
It was
That's
really
real
cool. It was really cool, man.
I'd love to do it again. I thought it was going to be like a drum clinic. I had no idea. I mean,
Yeah.
we had no real info on it, so we were like, I don't know what the hell it is.
And what a
But
nice
then he
guy,
came
man.
in, man. He had this little video set up, and it was just absolutely a great time. And
That's
to hear those
awesome.
stories, straight from the source, it's
Well,
always a good
Casey and
time.
I were upstairs at Casey Ray's with him, just talking for a good
Yeah.
half hour, just bullshitting.
Yep.
What a nice guy, man.
See, I'm a
Just
sucker
great
for
dude,
stuff
man.
like that.
Just
He's
a
the
great
coolest
dude,
guy.
man.
And
Great
again,
dude.
it was just cool to hear. We had a couple shows like that where it was you're hearing it right from the mouth of the person that did it back in the day, and it's Glenn Hughes. He's one
That's
of them. That's
awesome.
just
Glenn, we're
such
talking.
a good time.
We're figuring
Such a
his
good
date
time.
out right now too.
You're talking to Jimmy.
Yeah, baby, Jimmy.
Jimmy. Let's see.
next one.
414, another one that was one of my absolute favorite shows. Zebra with special guests. Emerald Rising
Zebra's
came
the
and
shit,
played.
man.
This
That
is
was
a
such a
band.
good show.
If you've never heard and you're into prog rock, listen to some of their songs. man.
Good job.
That show was actually mixed by Mo.
Hey,
Mo
Mo.
is an interesting guy.
Yes,
He was a very interesting guy, but Mo is actually the front of house sound person for Journey currently.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I
He is-
wonder if
he is Journey's
he'll
guy.
be on that new tour of shit.
He might be. I don't know because it's 3 bands, but
Yeah.
yeah, for the longest time he's been Journey's guy. He's in the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame. I want to say it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mo. He
You
was a
wonder how
big
they
dude.
picked that concert. They just have a fucking
Yeah.
hat and they went, Def Leppard.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Steve Miller.
I think it all started with Def Leppard.
Yeah.
I think Def
Yeah.
Leppard picked who's
Yeah.
going around with that.
They just chose it on.
What Def Leppard should do is go see Adrenalize. Say, look, guys, man, we're gonna back you like Tool does the Tool tribute, and say, come on, man, just go play our music and make
It's
people
true.
happy.
That's
because
it.
It's true. You
It-
know,
it
it would
sucks.
it would do really well.
Zebra was great though, and my favorite, probably my favorite tour shirt was the Zebra tour.
Oh yeah,
Love
the
that shirt, man.
symphonic music.
yeah,
at
it was
Zebra. I wear it
such
all
a
the time.
cool. I love
Such
that
a cool
shirt.
shirt. Maybe I'll wear it next week.
Yeah,
I
one of
heard
my favorite
great
shirts.
things about Emerald Rising.
Emerald
Dude,
Rising
they're
was special
great.
guest, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
one of the few bands that I actually in our green room, which we call the blue room because it's just painted blue. But we have up all the records from all the bands that have played. You know, mainly national acts. Zebra's one of the very few not national acts that we put up there because they're
Emerald
just
Rising.
yeah. Or I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Emerald Rising, because they're just such a good band.
Mhm.
The singer, she's phenomenal,
Yeah,
man. She's got a voice,
absolutely.
dude. And the music that they're putting out is really great. It's one of those bands you want to see them succeed, like
Yeah.
Sonoras
Mhm.
or Age of Wars, and a lot of the bands that play here.
Yeah.
You know, you want to see them succeed. Emerald Rising is really and hope we did have them back. They opened up for another band,
Striper.
Striper. They opened up for Striper, and I love to have them back again. We love them.
Yep.
We
Now,
absolutely love them.
they're not from the United States, am I correct?
Who?
Emerald Rising, or
Yeah,
they're
from Long
here?
Island. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
the
They're from the
singer,
moon.
she's in the One Heart experience that we bring along. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She plays
Yeah.
for the Heart one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Mhm.
forgot. I keep forgetting
Yeah.
she sings for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going, baby.
415, we had Awaken, a tribute to Yes. I was
What
talking
a
about
band,
another
man.
fantastic show. They will also be here coming up shortly. I don't know the
Nice.
exact date.
What a
but
band,
another
man.
one we unfortunately had to move due to a
Injury.
drummer injury.
Yeah.
So, but they'll be coming back. And
But
are they doing
They're doing
that album?
They're still doing the 80s album, the 901-101-274-837 album. Dude, great album. But I always mix it up with the TV
Oh, yeah,
show
yeah,
and the Van Halen album, OU81. They all got these stupid numbers.
Fantastic album.
Dude, great album. From first song to last song.
Yes.
Dude, that's one of those albums where you're like, dude, this is a catchy album.
Yeah.
Moving down the line, 421, we had the Jagged Little Pills and Alanis Morissette
Yes.
tribute. I thought it
Yes.
was a great time. 422,
Alanis is my
another one
girl.
of our
Miss you,
favorites. Escape, the Journey tribute.
Best
Talk
Journey
about
tribute
another.
around,
well,
man.
it's funny. We were just talking about Journey. This tribute, the singer, I believe, from the story that I was told and that I heard, was actually auditioning to be the lead singer for Journey, and they didn't want to take him because he was too much like Steve Perry.
Wow.
And they were
Perry.
worried that people were going to think it was like a joke, like that. Oh yeah, look, they went out and got this guy. It sounds just like Steve Perry, and so they went with their current singer.
We've had a lot of bands here. That is the only band
Mm-hmm.
that during sound check, first song in, we looked at each other and went, holy fuck, they're ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude,
they're
No, when I
they're
tell you,
fantastic.
they are spot on,
Mhm.
and his voice will blow you away.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting here going, wow. And I've unfortunately seen Journey a couple times. They opened up,
Unfortunately.
they opened up for the Stones twice. I was like, shit, I got here too early. I got to watch Journey now. But everybody knows the songs. We love them. I didn't want to see them in concert. These guys make me want to see Journey in concert.
That's awesome.
Not this Journey, but their Journey.
Yeah.
Because, man, they put on one hell of a show. They're playing all the hits, and this guy can wail, man. I mean, I'm blown away by him.
It's
No
like
other
I said,
Journey band will ever play this stage.
They apparently turned him down because he was just the the epitome
Spot
of
on.
Steve Perry.
Oh,
And
he was.
it's-
He
dude,
looks like him. Sounds like
he
him.
looks like him. He sounds
Yep.
like him, and the guy moves like just like Steve
Wow.
Perry
Somebody-
does. It's
Steve Perry.
it's truly astounding. Like it's one of the
All
few bands where you look
All right,
up.
no
and you're
more
like,
Steve
there it
Perry,
is.
Steve.
Ah, God.
Get out of here. Who's that?
Now you threw me off here. 428. We had Rail. They're coming back January 6th. They will be here.
Just
One
talking
of-
about
again,
them.
one of my personal favorites. It's always a good lighting show. You know, they were kind of the godfathers of concert lighting. So
Yeah,
it's,
man.
But the show
cool
is
to do it.
good.
the
Like-
show is great.
Like
yeah.
when
Oh,
he
yeah.
takes on the different characters,
Yeah.
like Gabriel did back in the day. It's like, and he puts on the costumes
Mhm.
and he does the little bell wiggles and all
Yeah.
the weird, and he does the
Yeah.
poetry.
Lloyd, he does
it's
it all,
so
man.
good, man.
He's
It's so
great.
good.
Mike,
I love it.
You know, if you're watching
Love
too,
him, man.
I can't wait to have you guys back because
Love
that's
him.
one of those shows where me, Ray, and Bob, even because you know he's a big prog rock guy.
Yep.
It's one we get to kind of let the
Now, were you
reins
were you here
loose
for any of these
and
shows?
let it
No.
fly.
No.
Let us know when a show comes up that you were here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
I'm
do.
looking at it, and it looks like I wasn't back in.
Were you here for
Tokyo
Miss
Live.
Tri City?
Well, you still got one
Miss
last one, right?
Tri-City. I'm so disappointed that I missed that.
429 Satisfaction, the International Rolling
Yeah, man.
Stones
I'm a
tribute.
big Stones fan, man. Big Stones fan. They were great. They were a good band, man.
They were a good time. And then 430-23, we had Miss Tri City 2023.
Which we'll have back again this year. There they are.
Alright.
Oh, I love these girls,
Awesome.
man. It's such a great time. It's such a great community. And again, another open to the community event.
Mhm.
The girl who puts it on is absolutely phenomenal. They do such a good job, and we're proud to have that here at the Landis on a yearly basis and give all these girls a chance to go out and, you know, they get money for college. You know, they go
It's
out and they help the
fantastic, man.
community and stuff like that. It's a great thing. So.
Mhm.
Is that the end of the month?
It's the end of my month.
Bam. It's my time of the month, huh?
I was going to make that joke. I was gonna
Oh,
make-
didn't we just talk about Absolute Adele. Dude,
yes.
tell me you have video of her.
Just 'cause you heard me. From my house at
There she is. Jen, it's Cella, right?
Cella. Yeah.
Cella, Jennifer Cella. She's also with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yep.
We've had several of the Trans-Siberian people here.
Yeah,
You know,
yes, we
Joel
have.
Hoekstra. We've
Yes,
had
we
her.
have.
Who else did we have? We had somebody else too.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
We had Joel. We had her, and someone else from the.
someone recently.
Yeah,
that
from
was a
TSO.
But Sean, wasn't Sean in TSO too?
She might have been.
I think she was.
She might have
I
been.
think
She was just here. There's another journey. She was really good too.
Yes.
We'll get to that.
That
but
was talk about somebody that really
Yeah.
got into Steve Perry too.
We'll get to
Sean
that.
really got
We'll
into
get to
Steve
that.
Perry.
She's
I
great,
love
man. I've been talking to her because I want Starship. She's singing for Starship, and I want Starship here
Yes.
so bad.
This is
But-
one I can't believe we don't have video.
What about
This is
Adele? The
crazy.
thing about Adele, I like, is nobody would ever think, oh, I want to go see a tribute to Adele. Adele's still out there making. I'm sorry, but this girl sounded she sounded
She
better
was
than I've seen
fantastic.
Adele
They
singing
did
live.
Skyfall, and you know this was
Oh,
another one of these
so
shows.
good,
It's not
man.
rock and roll. It's not what we normally do. So
So
Right.
good, man.
we got to do different stuff than we normally do.
And
You
that's
know, like, I
awesome.
built this pyramid of lights behind her, dude. When we did Skyfall,
good,
it
man.
was.
I'm a
sweet.
huge Bond
It was
fan.
sweet.
I'm a
I
huge
actually,
Bond
I
fan.
love that movie. To be
So do
honest, I
I.
think that's one of the better continuation movies.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I'm
been
still
put out.
old school, you know,
Oh,
Thunderball and all those.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Moonraker, that stuff. But
100%.
But she is just phenomenal. I mean,
Yeah.
the girl's voice is. I mean,
Yes.
that's again why Trans-Siberian Orchestra is so good. And they've been
Mhm.
around for so many years. They get some of the best of the best.
Yes.
And when these people aren't playing with them, they go out and do their own thing.
they still
Yeah.
want to play music.
She chose
Yep.
Adele. We gave her a stage, and we'll give it to her 100 times over.
Mhm.
She is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
What a great show, and we want
Absolutely.
to thank her again. Thank her so much again for coming out. After Adele, we had Vanilla Fudge was here, man. That was a great show.
Vanilla Fudge talked about Carmine again. We
Carmine,
brought
and-
him back a
and-
few
and
weeks
his boy-
later.
That was a great show. Yeah, it
It's
was
like
lit-
his second home for a month.
yeah. We love Carmen. That was another great show, man.
I
It was
love Vanilla Fudge.
it was
They-
just straight up. Here's a band you want to talk about. Yeah, all right, so we bring tribute acts, not cover bands, right?
Mhm.
With the exception maybe like an Amish Outlaws, but they're more fun, you know.
Right.
They have a shtick.
But that's how Vanilla Fudge basically made their
Yeah.
thing. They were a cover band, man.
Yep.
But they put a spin on the music and they made it sometimes a little bit better. I hate to say
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
dude, Vanilla Fudge was so good. Man.
To have all of them, you know, that was all original members of Vanilla Fudge that were here
Yes.
too, and to have him playing on that
Wow.
B3 man and that
Yeah.
keyboard that we have, and That was
That
a
was good.
special.
That was a special
thing.
night. Tupelo Honey, a Van Morrison celebration. Another great
Fantastic, yep.
experience. If you like Van Morrison, I do. They were phenomenal. They blew me away. Oh, here we go. Then on the 13th, we had the 90s Rock Fest. That one, now 90s Rock Fest is here like a couple times every year or whatever, but it's pretty much a different lineup with the exception of the Stone Temple Pilots.
Mhm.
So we had that one had Loungefly, Best of Foo, and Hash Pipe, a Weezer's tribute. Of course, Loungefly is Stone Temple Pilots. Do you have any of that with Ira? Do you have any videos of that one? Casey pulled up. We didn't have time to pull up a video for everybody, and we apologize for the bands that we didn't. But this is just stuff that we had easy access to that we could get to real quick. And
Best of Foo was
oh man,
great,
they were great, man. And that singer is phenomenal. A lot of you don't know my sister. She unfortunately passed away some years back, but she was born with spina bifida. She spent her life in a wheelchair, you know. And when I see this guy out there performing, man, I see him living his dream that a lot of people in that position can't do. You know,
Yeah.
I give this
Yep.
band, I give Ira and these guys, getting this band out there, giving them this type of stage, and giving someone like him this stage, it melts my heart. But goddamn, he's good.
I saw them.
He's good.
I saw them, I want to say 2 years ago here. It was Loungefly, Best of Foo, and I can't remember the third band. But I remember watching when they came out.
Who's that?
I'm
Is
trying
that
to
the Pearl Jam one?
It might have been Pearl Jam.
might have been the Pearl
Yeah.
Jam one.
Acoustic? Did they start? It was
Yes,
acoustic?
yeah.
Pearl Jam.
And
Great show.
I remember
were
when
awesome.
Best of Foo came out, and I was a little, not to sound like an asshole, but I was a little taken aback when I saw the guy was in a wheelchair. After a while, you don't even go, "Oh my God, he's in a wheelchair." You go, "Oh my God, he's so good."
I think a lot of people
Like,
like
it takes
that, yeah.
away the chair. Like, you don't even think of the chair. You don't think of him being disabled at any
Yeah.
point.
Mhm.
He is
You're a
that
little
good in
apprehensive
his
at
craft.
first because you see it and you're not used to seeing it, is what it is. And then when he
Yeah,
comes out,
man.
when he
That was a
comes
good
out
time.
and he, that first song, you're like, wow, man, this guy can sing. And for me, it gives people a realization that, hey, man, just because the guy's in a wheelchair doesn't make him any different than anyone else.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? He still has that ability, but the problem is a lot of guys like that, they never get a chance, they never get an opportunity.
Yeah.
And we'll give him, again, like I said before, we'll give him every opportunity we can. to
They
be on
are
that stage.
phenomenal.
Phenomenal guy, phenomenal band, just good people, great band, great music, man. Thank you guys again for even coming on our stage. We appreciate it. Then we had Just Sabbath, a tribute to Black Sabbath with Desco again. We love you, Steve. Again, if you like Black Sabbath, you like Ozzy, there's only one Ozzy. In my opinion, around here, there's all kinds. We get an Ozzy tribute every week. There's
Really
only one
is.
real Ozzy guy here.
Mhm.
And he was with Black Sabbath and he was with Ozzy on his own. And Steve Desco kills it. He slays it. He lives it. He brings you back and you remember. I don't know what's going to happen when Steve gets old. You know what I mean? What's going to happen? Nobody
He's
wants
gonna
to
do
see
these
old
Ozzy-
Ozzy.
He's going to do these
Yeah.
Ozzy revenge tours.
Oh, it's my last one ever. And then, and Steve, we don't have any video of you because we don't take any. And then after that was Mr. Speed and Night of Kiss. Again, that was their second time here. I would think we might bring them, ask them to come back next year or something. You don't want to overdo every year of something
Right.
either. And they really bring that 70s Kiss,
Mhm.
Alive album time to the stage like nobody else. I just
Well,
bit
now
my
that-
fingernail.
Now the
They
Kiss
bring it
is
like
done.
nobody else.
Now the Kiss is done.
They're not done.
Well,
The
yeah,
Avatar
you're
store,
right. You're right.
The show starts. I just saw it advertised. Believe
Please
it or
don't any of you spend your money on that.
Hold on.
It's Tesco on
They
payroll.
just announced.
not. He could be.
No, it would probably do better for us.
Yeah.
They just announced that there's a show for the very first show for the Kiss avatars is in 2025.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw
No,
it.
thank you.
And you know what?
Please don't spend your money.
Look. I'm gonna say it again. You already waste your money on this fucking twit that runs around and sings music with like 3 lyrics in it, and everybody thinks it's God's gift to music. Don't make avatars the next thing. You are just
No.
destroying everything that is humanity when we can't go see a show anymore, we just see a bunch of cartoon characters.
Just let it die.
Just let it go.
Just let it die, let it
Kiss
move.
go away. Don't come back. We loved you when you were here. Happy retirement. Go away. And then
We're into June.
are we?
We're into June.
Man, we're
Oh,
into
we are. Well,
June.
this was a big one
CT,
for me.
Were you around? This
I
time?
did not see No More Clowns.
This was a big one for us because this was there was a show in Atlantic City. I'm not going to go into all of it, but there's a show in Atlantic City.
I was here for that.
A
Yeah,
bunch of
that's what I
Yeah, now I know what it. Yeah,
a bunch of bands came to Casey Ray's. They tried out for this show in Atlantic City, and the promoters and the whole Atlantic City, they were a bunch of assholes. They stole money. They lied. They did a bunch of shit. And all these bands went out and they got friends to come to buy tickets so they could win a chance to be on stage, in Atlantic City with some big acts, and it never happened. So us and a couple other venues around said, let's just do this No More Clowns tour. I forget who came. I think it was Steve Wise who came up with the name and the idea. Steve, we love you too. Merry Christmas, buddy. We can't wait to see you hopefully this year as well. But he came up with this great idea. We were one of the venues, and we put on one hell of a show. The Reese kid was there.
Oh, I fully,
man.
yeah.
Again, Phil Wax plays with Reese.
Yeah.
He plays with him, with that kid. Phil's a great dude.
Phil plays with like 9 different
So
bands.
here you go. So Age of War, who we love, who, by the way, will be opening up for the Lynch Mob this year here at their final tour. Honey, I'm Homeless. They were great. Twist. These girls are great. Well, girls and one guy, I think, in that band, right? They're great. Pierce, dude. They were good.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, man, Pierce is a band we need to get back.
Yes, I know the guys.
They
from
were
Pierce.
great,
Yeah,
man.
nice and heavy.
What a good freaking band, man. So it's they were all great bands, man. But Pierce, we got to get you guys back on this stage, man. Steve, you want to go? I just wanted to hit that No More Clowns because I wanted to make sure we hit that.
Oh, of course you're going to make me go on this one, huh? 6/17/2023. We had another special show. Wishbone Ash doing Argus live. I think we have a bunch of stuff from that one too. Hopefully they all have lights in them and video walls and things like that.
Let's see it, and then we'll explain.
One light.
Dude, that was
One
that
light.
So that again,
Sitting
this
right
man-
over here, actually.
give this man credit. That was literally one light that we had left.
Mhm.
We had a I'm not going to go into what the problem was, but when they did the rebuild of the theater, some things just weren't right, and they were never ready for what we're doing, and we had to make it ready.
Mhm.
And now things are fixed and things are better, but we actually burned out a contactor.
Yeah.
So for some reason, there's a contactor that goes to an electrical room, that goes to next door, that goes down the street, it goes up to the moon. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but Case, you don't have to put all this up. But anyway, the band ended up blowing out everything. We had nothing left. The dude, what was the guy singing for him? He was great too. We had this amazing show going. He was literally sitting there going, he was in his mind. He was saying, this is everything Wishbone Ash should have always been. This video, this stuff, and it went away. He was
Oh, man.
he went back to he was trying to reset break. He goes, I'm fixing this shit, man.
He was
when he
literally
couldn't-
back there, yeah.
When he couldn't, we ran extension cords from next door. We brought everything over and we finished the show. And to me,
Mhm.
it ended up being one of the better shows of the year because
they
of what
came out
happened.
and played
What a
twice
show,
as
man.
hard.
What a show.
Once everything went out and they realized it was
Now, how long
just
were
them
you
on
guys
stage.
down for?
30 minutes, I'd
30
say.
minutes, yeah, probably before we.
Not more than an
Yeah.
intermission.
That's-
yeah.
I said, look, I can still light you guys up, and I might have a trick up my sleeve, just don't make it look pretty damn cool.
That's awesome.
If you
dude.
guys think you can just go out there and play, you've got all the power on the stage. It all works, so your instruments will work. If you want to go out, go do it. And they were like, dude, we want to go do it. This is sweet. This place sounds cool. That's all that matters. Let's go. And
it was a good
I
show,
had
man.
one light sitting right over there in the balcony that Andy and I fashioned up, and we
that
got
was
it hooked up real quick, and that was all. That was
And
all I
that's-
had for the end of the
And
show.
let me tell you,
So
I personally thought
Yeah.
it was a great show. I
Yeah.
loved it.
it was neat.
In a way, I'm glad it happened
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
made that show more unique and better. And again, that's why we go to see live music, man.
That's
Mhm.
it.
You see something happen, you're like, man, I was
Yeah.
there when that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Like I was there when Metallica's stage fell, just like everyone else was for that
Mhm.
entire tour.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The whole damn thing.
And I'm sorry, but when you start playing the click tracks and you start playing to lip syncing and things like that, you
Yeah,
take
there
that
was
away
none
from
of this
people.
what?
with this band, man.
When
They
all the
were-
shit goes out, now you're up there in front of everybody.
Exactly
And-
right.
And these guys, they're real musicians, man.
Yeah.
This is Wishbone Ash,
They,
baby.
they came out, and I think it either
Argus is
brought
such a
them
good album.
back to something, or it made something in them like snap a little bit, and
That's
they came
awesome.
out, man, and
On fire.
on fire. No one
Yeah.
even mentioned that there was no lights for the show. No one even said
Yeah.
anything. Not a damn thing. All they could talk about was how good that show was.
That's
And even said,
fantastic.
like, you know what? Like, to be honest, they said the same thing we did. It's like, I kind of glad the lights went out because they came back and
As much
really
as the-
ripped, dude.
The
I mean,
Argus
really ripped.
guys wanted that because what we
Yeah.
saw after, they kind of play a lot of places, just
Mhm.
a few lights.
Right.
You know, it brought them back to what makes them such a great band and
Yeah.
what makes that album, that
It's the
Argus
music.
album, such a great album. I mean, it's another prog. We love prog rock. So
We're just here
Yep.
to
Yep.
accentuate and give people an experience. But if the musicians are shit, it doesn't matter what
Yeah,
we
it's
do.
exactly right.
it's true.
It
true.
it really is. We can only hide so much
It's
with
true.
with lights blinding you in the face.
What you got next, Steve? The end of it.
6/29, the end of June, we had Mysterious Ways, the ultimate U2 tribute.
Oh, you got video of that one this time? Oh, these guys. I love these guys, man. Well, oh, dude, man. Again, we talk about, we've had other U2 tributes here. This band came in, again, not only am I a big U2 fan, but one of my dearest friends from college, Jason, he goes out and he does a lot of, he's done lights for U2 and he's done lights for everything. He's one of the top lighting guys in the world right now. And I love him with all my heart. And he was with U2 for a while. And I knew when U2 came, I wanted it to be special. And then when Mysterious Ways, they got a hold of us. We had seen them. Casey, Steve, and I had gone over to Kevin's place. What's the name of his joint over there?
Cathedral.
The Cathedral, to see these guys like years back. Like it was like during COVID, wasn't it?
Right before
Yeah,
COVID.
right before COVID.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, these guys are really good. He's got a great venue. But I'm like, man, if we could put them together, in the right way with the video and everything, it'd be a really good show. And he called and he's like, hey, man, I really want to play a show. And I forget what the deal was, but we're like, we just had a U2 act. I'm like, all right, let's just give it a shot. And it was one of those basic, hey, just play type of things. We make a buck, we make a buck. They came in, man. They blew me away. This
Yeah.
dude,
They're awesome.
I'm telling you, dude, I know Bono. We share the same lawyer.
Mhm.
All right. That blew me away. And I'm like, holy shit. This is, and again, we say we want the best of the best on the stage. Now, I don't know with other U2 tributes what the problem is. They've been out there for so long or whatever. These guys are hungry or I don't know. That was U2 to me. And they
again,
will
local
be back
guys,
this year, St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yes.
Doing,
That's fantastic.
We're going to
Hell
have
yeah,
one hell
dude.
of a show with these guys,
Hell
man.
yes.
I'm telling you. And
Are they doing
again,
an album?
I don't know. We didn't talk about it. I got to talk to him about it.
Do you know if that's a
Yeah.
Saturday or a
Certain
Friday
Joshua
show?
Tree
Or...
I think
album?
it's a Saturday show.
Oh man, and St. Pat's is the next day.
Yeah, it's the
Certain
next
Now,
day.
you
album
got
be
plenty
called
of
the
time for a
Joshua
hangover
Tree.
on that shit.
Yes, yes. I wanted to do something for the upstairs.
That's great.
At the same time.
What's
Trying to do something.
what's the one that has an anniversary coming up? Joshua Tree just had one. Achtung Baby just had one. What's their next album?
I don't
after
know
that?
what would be next after that.
Well, it could be Joshua Tree again with another 25 years.
But
something
these
like
guys-
Suropa?
Dude,
it might
Yeah.
be. Yeah, it
that was
might
a,
be.
that was a fun tour. That was a very heavy
That was
video
a
tour.
weird
Talk about
album.
video tour. Yeah,
Very heavy video tour.
but Joshua
them.
Tree.
Yep.
That's
Joshua Tree is what brought me into it. Again, I saw the first time I ever saw them. That was the Joshua Tree tour in Atlanta
hmm
back when I was in the military, and they opened up for themselves. I can't remember the name of the band, Little River Boys
Yeah,
or some
it's the
shit.
country band. Yeah,
They opened up as a country band. People were booing them, throwing shit at them.
It was that. That's
It was
great.
them.
Yeah.
And dude, when he takes his hat off and shit, and we're like, it's fucking Bono, man. You're like, what the fuck? And I was big again. Here's another band. I'll give it back to MTV. You know, Sunday Bloody Sunday used to play all the time.
Yeah.
You fell in love with U2, and then that album came out, and you're like, whoa, they just took a step.
Yeah.
They just went from being this great band to being one of the greatest bands.
No, I gotta admit a little bit. I kind of fell off when that whole Zooropa thing came out. Like,
Mhm.
I loved Octung. I loved War, which is one of
War's
their
great,
yeah.
yeah.
like
That was an earlier one.
Bullet
Yeah.
the Blue Sky and Joshua Tree, and like you said, the MTV era. That was he did the song with BB King when Love Comes to Town.
What
Like,
Bono always did, though, is Bono, what I always loved about him is he tried to stay with the times and he tried to stay with the technology.
Yeah.
That's why
Mhm.
they were the Sphere.
They were the
That's
iPod.
The
you know?
reason they did there, they pissed everybody off and dropped them in, which it's a bunch of fucking.
Oh no, I mean even
pieces of
before that,
shit.
they were the
Oh, God
what album
forbid
was that?
somebody put a free album on my iPod. No, I don't want it.
when it very first came out. They were the
But
ad for the
Yeah,
iPod.
but the reason they opened at the Sphere is because, again, they were that band.
Mhm.
They were the band that was first doing this. They were the ones taking the chances.
yeah,
Again, Jason doing these high speed lights going
Yeah.
around, you know, that he's got to have a special license to even operate.
Mhm.
You know, it's insane. But that's a band that brings it like no other. And damn it, Mysterious Ways.
Hell
That's
yeah,
a
dude.
U2 experience,
Mhm.
baby. I can't wait to have them back, man. I love them so much, man. I really do. Let's
And
go. Then we
John-
had. Let's just go. We're an hour into this, and we're only like second. Yeah, we're on the second. Oh Lord, let's skip through a little bit of this then. And we had good stuff. Steely Dan tribute, another great band, great musicians, great music. 33 and a third, the Killer Queen experience. They've been here a couple times.
Mhm.
Again, I've had people say, well, you know, they're not doing Queen, they're not, you know, Freddie Mercury. But they're doing the music better than anyone else is doing it. You have people that in the band that are actually opera singers.
oh yeah.
I mean, they are an amazing tribute to Queen.
I know
It's
a
not an
couple
experience of Queen like you would experience Mysterious Ways, but it's a true tribute to the music the way it should be tributed. They're
Mhm.
phenomenal. I'm sure we'll have them back again.
Well,
too.
I think that's the good thing about an experience is it can be a different experience. You
Yeah,
know, it
that's
doesn't
exactly
necessarily
right.
have to be that one-to-one. Oh, this is the exact show that I saw in 1989 or something like that. The experience of them is that you're getting 12 people in a band,
Yeah.
0 tracks, and that's something I think people pay money for these days.
Yeah,
To
they're
be
so
honest,
good.
there's
They're
too
so
much of
good.
this shit going on with tracks and all
First
that.
time they were here, they played on our
They do
Evil
not.
Dead set.
They did.
Really?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Evil Dead, yeah, they decided they were going to play on it. They really had to squish together.
It looks so cool
to get
though,
on it, but
man.
it looks
It
so
looks so
cool.
cool.
Some
A
of the
couple
shit
great
we did,
musicians
man.
from that band. I want to really throw a shout out to
Yes.
Billy Matson, one of the original Dead End Kids, is in
Mhm.
that band,
Oh,
as
that's
well
right.
as John Tidwell from Whiskey Grin is
Yeah.
in there as
Oh,
well.
I forgot he was in
Yep.
that.
Yep.
That's right. That's
Absolutely.
right. They'll be back again. Again, we love them. We love them.
Mhm.
Liliac again. They've been here a couple times. This time without the drummer, the sister, because she was either pregnant or getting married, or who knows what the true
Preparing
story
for
was.
her marriage.
But they were phenomenal. Do you have anything on any of these guys? You do have something on Liliac? Yeah, let's watch a little bit of Liliac. Yep. Dude, talk about lights and video.
Mm-hmm.
Another group that it's so fun to do it for. A band I saw originally on America's Got Talent. They're out there. They're rocking it, doing a lot of the Dio stuff. You know,
Oh yeah, that's
Thank
how
good-
I found
good
them.
tributes to Dio, man. Dio loved them. You know, what I mean, this is one of those bands, man, where it's like, dude, I love having them back, and I can't wait to have them back. Now, the girl playing drums played for, what's the band she played for? It was an all girls like.
Paradise Kitties.
No. That was the girl from Debbie's
That's
thing.
Debbie's. I don't remember.
Plush.
Plush. That was it. Yes,
No.
it was. Yeah, she played for
No.
Plush.
Yes, it was.
She played with them.
Oh.
No, she
like
was the
they were
drummer.
friends with them. No. Shit, I can't think of what it was. It was another band like that. No, they were just friends with them because we were supposed to get them together.
Plush is
no.
another killer band.
Yeah, they're
I've
great. They're
been-
great. Yeah,
Been trying for a while.
well, we've been
Yeah.
talking to Liliac, to Papa Liliac, about putting the two together. So, and
I
we might
saw
work on that.
Striper with Mariah Formica opening before Plush even came into
Oh, yeah.
existence.
Mariah
and
kicks ass. Man.
really, she was such a really cool
Kicks ass.
person, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely kicks ass.
Then we had the Death Wish Coffee Battle of the Bands. When we had some great bands on stage. It was
Hell
a
yeah.
month-long thing every weekend. We built up, and we should have video of that winner. That was amazing, dude. Nitro Nietzsche's another one that I'd love to have him come back and open for somebody,
Hell
or do,
yeah.
or do a show and bring some other bands, and as we become
Hole, I
Ghost
think
did.
it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
That
you're right.
that was when I came into the fold, and let me tell you, it was such a great experience.
Yeah, they were
Talking
great,
to
man.
those bands,
They were
all the
great.
bands that were involved were fantastic.
And that was the whole month. We
Of
finished
July,
it
yeah,
off.
man.
Yep, of July.
Yeah.
We did have a band called the One Hit Wonders that came in, which they were really good.
They were awesome.
They did a great job.
I enjoyed
yeah.
that. The absolute hell out of that.
Yeah,
That was a
they
great
were a
time.
really fun band. And then that was kind of in the middle of the Death Wish Coffee thing. And then we finished that off at the finale on the 29th. And then we go to the next page, which is here. And that was the end of the month. Yeah, we finished the Nitro Nitra won it and finished out July of last year.
Hell yeah, she kicked ass.
Absolutely.
Steve, you want to take August?
August on the 4th, Beatlemania Now. They are also coming back.
Such a good band, man.
I don't
Such
remember.
a good band.
That's in March.
When are they coming
April,
back, Case? Do you know
something like that?
Beatlemania Now?
Let's say March or April.
March.
I want to say it's March. Yes.
Yeah, Beatlemania is, everyone knows it. Everyone
Mhm.
has seen it. You know, they played all over, and that be able to have a band like that here and putting on, the Beatles in a way that, people want to see the Beatles.
Mhm.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see them again. They were such a great band.
Saturday, 8/5.
March 9th.
March 9th.
March
You know
9th,
it's
they'll be
March,
back.
yeah.
Again, tickets on sale. I don't think there's any fees on that one. Again, some of the ones that were booked prior, still got the fees stuff, but everything going forward is no more fees.
Up next, we had Meatloaf, a tribute to Meatloaf.
They were really good. They were really
Meatloaf
good.
doing Meatloaf. I love the play on words, much like Def Leppard when they were Def Leppard.
I
It was always a good
liked when
time.
they were Def
I
Leppard.
liked when
I
they were
don't
Def
care.
Leppard.
Nobody listens to the
I
fucking
see
radio
the problem.
anyway.
It's
Who's
the
gonna-
radio,
No one's listening to the radio about a
doing
Def
the
Leppard tribute
ads.
band.
If this was an audio podcast, they'd be screwed.
Yeah.
But it's not. We do video here.
That's
so you can
exactly
see
right.
the difference
You don't
of
get
it.
screwed. You just say, hey, they spell it DEAF. And everybody
call it
goes, okay,
tribute.
I get it.
Yeah. Or just
But-
like Def Leppard. a
Yeah.
tribute to Def
Meat
Leppard.
Loaf was
Here we go.
MEET Loaf, and it was
Meatloaf.
great.
They were
It was great.
fantastic. Another high energy band
Yeah.
that we absolutely loved. 8/11/23. We had the
Oh,
Edward
They're
twins
coming back.
presented the ultimate
Yep.
Vegas variety show. They are two brothers, and they do all the things that you are about to see.
Now, we- Was that did you have any other videos of them?
No, I was very busy that night, so I did not get a lot of video.
All right. Well, they were
I was stuck in
fantastic.
the
They will be
other
back.
side.
They do all of the greats, from Elton John. They did it wasn't Milton Berle. Who did they do? That was so good. They did they do a puppet of
Did they also do a Joan Rivers?
They
thing?
did. I think they
I
might
feel
have
like
done
it
it.
was Joan
Midler.
Rivers.
Everyone
Bette
liked her Bette
Midler.
Midler.
Oh, the
whatever
Bette
it is.
Midler was
Bette Midler
phenomenal.
was awesome.
And then they did
Celine,
no. Bob Hope.
Bob
They did
Hope.
Bob Hope with a puppet.
Mhm.
Dude, spot on Bob Hope. Hilarious. I mean, there's very few bands that come in here that we don't do everything for, but they're a Vegas act. So they already have their whole thing and they set it up and they do their thing and we just let them
Did
do
a
their
damn
thing
Spotlight. That was it.
and a spotlight. And they're fun, man.
That's
They're just,
awesome.
if you haven't seen them, if you're a Vegas type person, you like those type of shows, the Edwards twins are amazing. And they're just good people, man. I just fell in love with the two of them,
Mhm.
man. They're they were on they left. And he's calling me saying, "Oh my God, we loved you. We loved your venue so much. I want to talk to you about this and that." And he's trying to bring other acts here. They're just good people, man.
That's awesome.
They're just wonderful, wonderful show. I can't wait to have them back.
We also had 8/12/23, another one that we love from the
Yes.
lovely city of Nashville, Southern Accents, the Tom Petty tribute. They are another one that just absolutely crushes what they do. They're true professionals of what it is. Wednesday, another weird Wednesday show. We don't often do shows on a Wednesday, but I'll tell you, this one was a big one, and it was an absolute hit and heavy, and it is always an honor to have this man here. Glenn Hughes performing Deep
Love that man.
Purple
Love
live.
this man. I can't tell you what a great
This
man
man is just a true professional, truly amazing at his craft. He can do it all, you know, and to hear him do what he does still to this day, and to do it even better than he ever was before,
There's
is an absolute treat.
there's
I'm glad to have my hand in
an
it.
autobiography out about him, and I read
Mm-hmm.
it. And when you see the things he did and what he went through in his career with Deep Purple and
Mm-hmm.
Trapeze and all the bands he played in, and you see him now, and I was backstage talking to him, and I was like, man, I said, I don't know. I mean, you're 73 years old. I'm like, you
Mhm.
sound like you were back then. He goes, I said, what are you doing? I said, I know what you did, but how are you here? And I know we're making fun of Motley Crue and Def Leppard. Why do they sound like shit?
Mhm.
And you are probably better than you've ever been. And I'm gonna tell you, this man, no tracks, no voice faking bullshit. That is straight up a microphone and him
Yep.
singing. He
Yep.
said, I sleep, I drink some water, and I sleep.
Mhm.
He says a lot of rest and a lot of water. He said he takes care of himself and his body right now.
That's awesome.
And he comes out with those old school rock outfits, man.
Mhm.
And you're like, this dude is just the coolest cat you will ever meet in your fucking life.
Yeah.
Till the day I die, him coming out of that bus with his arms open wide and said, Raymond, I'm home. I'm like, it's
Wow.
fucking Glenn Hughes, bro.
Yeah.
Just got off his tour bus
Yeah.
and came and hugged me and
Yeah.
said he's home. Dude, that's, again, what makes this place special and what will make this city special, you know, as we move forward. And Glenn, I was talking to his boy, Jimmy,
Jimmy,
and
love him.
we're working on bringing him back this year too. He's got another tour in the fall,
Fantastic.
and I just love this man. And he was doing the Burn album.
Yeah.
Such a great fucking
Hell
album.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had him sign an 8-track of it,
8-track.
and he looked at me and he goes, "How the fuck did you get that?"
No, Glenn is great. His entire band was great. We
Oh,
shuttled
so
him
good,
around
man.
Violent a couple
Yeah.
times, and it was
Good peeps,
great
man.
to have some conversation with him. And it
God, I
was
love
just-
that guy, man.
It was just fucking awesome.
Just do. I love
So,
that guy.
A couple days after that, we had the other brother, Vinny Appice, not a piece, Appice,
Apathy. That's right. He's the
here
Apathy.
with his Sabbath Nights.
There he is again. Look at what a good
Yeah.
guy. Look at that drum set, man. That was a wickedly badass drum set.
This thing
man.
was awesome, man, and they really did Sabbath Nights. I mean, it
Yeah.
was
Somewhere I have a
killer.
close up of that
It was
kit. I
killer.
don't remember. It's like somebody out
Yeah.
west makes it or
Yeah.
whatever. Beautiful. It sounded perfect.
It was an
man.
absolute monster.
Beautiful kit.
819. This was a special one. These were two
Yes.
kids that we've had play upstairs a couple times with other various
Jackson.
bands. Jackson and what is the other kid's name? Why can't I think of it? Alex.
Alex,
That's
that's
his
right.
name. There it is. It came to
Yeah.
me. They have played upstairs a couple of times in various other bands, and just absolutely kill it every single time. They played upstairs with their Queensryche experience.
Yeah.
Now they did it just as a short set up there. It didn't even have a name at the time. They were just doing it,
Yeah.
and we were absolutely blown away. So we decided to give them their own big show down on the stage. And I'll tell you, man, those kids.
And we
came
had to
out
do it
and
like
rocked.
Now,
Right
when we're
away.
saying
Yeah.
kids, how old are we
Oh,
talking?
he's
They
well.
just
Let's
went
just
to
put it this
college.
way. Jackson was literally leaving for college for his freshman
Oh
year
wow,
of
that's
college.
fantastic.
Yep.
He's named Jackson after the Jackson guitar.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
That's
he
killer.
plays it
Yep.
like he was born with it in his hand. This
Yep.
kid's phenomenal. Now I'm with his dad, man. Go off, get your education, but dude, don't put that guitar down.
Yeah.
When he wants to come back, I told him, "You're back from college, whatever. You get this band. The stage is yours, man."
They absolutely blew us
They
away.
blew it away.
blew it
man.
away. I mean, they
Yep.
put on one hell of a show for a one and only
And we've
time.
been talking
ever
about bringing Queensryche in, which left the Queen. We're talking about maybe
Mhm.
bringing Jeff Tate in,
Yeah.
you know, but fuck them. I mean, this kid let these guys show. They play Queensryche like Queensryche should be playing it.
Now that's what I was going
And
to
they were
ask you
so good,
because
man.
Mhm.
for Queensryche, it all goes down to the vocals.
Oh,
for
yeah,
for me,
it's there,
Yep.
man.
Like,
This dude that
vocalist is
sings for them, I don't remember
phenomenal.
his name, but dude, he's good, man.
That's
He's
killer.
another one
He
that's
hits
from
those
another
high notes,
big
and
group.
you're like, "How is he doing this,
Yeah.
man?" It's
That's
dude,
awesome.
such a,
Absolutely
and
killed it.
Jackson, we love you, buddy. Hope you're getting a good education, and you know our stage always belongs to you, man. I cannot wait to see where he goes.
Yeah.
And I hope to God, in wherever he's going to college, that he is in a band and they're jamming somewhere.
Hopefully
playing.
80s
Yep,
like, because man, that's what
that's
that
what he
kid
does. He
That's
does
what he
80s
does.
metal like he was born doing 80s metal.
Oh shit! Look at that.
What?
Yeah, hell yeah,
Oh,
man.
Alex will
is
be with the
awesome.
Metal Gods. We don't know who's talking because he's on the wrong Facebook, but that's awesome.
Steve Desco is who it is. Steve
Where were we at
Desco.
here? You were on.
8/23/23. I have another big one that I get to say. The Dead Daisies
What a
opener,
show.
The Age of Orb.
Our
man.
boys.
They came, they killed it.
girl.
They had a new lighting designer this time, and I thought he kicked ass. The guy was who was he? Rammstein's.
Oh yeah, he
lighting
was
director.
Rammstein's guy.
And
What a
he was,
guy, man. German as German could be
yeah,
too.
yep.
You couldn't
He was
understand a
sick,
word.
man.
Like
He was great.
what a
Nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
You know, that's the good thing about the Dead Daisies. They're ones that come in. They're one of the few. Actually, it's the only show throughout the year that I don't do lights for.
Wow.
Well, I do it for the opening act, but it's the only one that I hand off control to somebody else. And they have had 3 great guys come in every single time. And,
Now, this
each
time-
show on their own.
this
That
time-
was a
little
great
different.
show.
This time they had a different lead singer.
Yes, John Corabi.
John
and
Corabi
how can we
was in the
forget? A Philly local.
Talk about Motley Crue.
Yep.
Talk about Motley Crue. He's another one just
There
absolutely
he
came
is.
back and killed it, man. This show was one of
And
those
Doug,
heavy hitters.
we love David
Doug
and
likes the
everybody.
pictures of my baby all the time, man.
Phenomenal show.
Guy is another absolute
Yep.
legend. White Snake.
We fell right in love with Doug, man. Day one, and he's become kind of part of our family. Like I
if
said,
Doug saw this, he'd be happy.
Doug,
He's
Doug
so happy.
is one of the few like true rock stars that have been here that still like pictures of Steve's baby, and he'll comment on stuff.
Talking about yourself?
But he's
He has been Rammstein.
think
had
you can hide behind that.
And Karabi was one of those people you weren't sure when he came in how he was going to be. We had just had Glenn Hughes in, who was heading the Daisies for a while, and
Mhm.
Karabi came in and he was he wasn't my Glenn Hughes, but he made the dead. Glenn needs to be Glenn.
Yeah.
Karabi needs to be with the Daisies
Oh,
because
yeah.
it was a freaking dude. It was a show, man.
It was amazing.
Sat on the back steps. They sat on the back steps as fans, and he's just sitting there smoking a cigarette and shit, just talking to everybody. Like,
Mhm.
Doug went out taking pictures with people, took pictures with the Age of War guys and all that.
Yeah.
Dude, just a great band. Great David, man. I love David, man. We've really come to love David. He's become a good part of the family here too.
Good to have 2 fifths
Yep.
of their band now
Yeah.
from Philly.
Yep.
So there we go. I always like
That's
having
true.
them around. 'Cause there's a bunch of good Philly boys in that one.
We absolutely love him. Absolutely love him.
Let's see.
I have
825.
a Dead Daisies
Oh,
also.
do you?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's
Go
do it. Dude, I love the Dead Daisies. I loved them when Glenn was in. I love them now more than ever, and I love Glenn doing his thing. It's so cool that we get to have them both back
Mhm.
and both doing. And again, Dead Daisies will be back this year. They're already
Hell
They
yes.
opened their tour here last year. They did play a little gig over for the Clare Brothers guys over there, but they actually opened the tour
They
here.
had to go up there and get their gear. So
Yeah, so they said, "Hey, we'll play a show."
it's a
for you."
convenient spot for them. I've actually heard I think it's Mickey that's the one up there, Mickey's Black Box.
Yes.
He is, he's seen our stuff here. He absolutely loves it. And,
Yeah.
Another great venue. That's up
Great
there.
venue, man. I
Nice.
gotta go. I've yet to be
I
there.
do want to go. I mean, that place is.
We gotta go up for a show.
for production.
I
just,
keep
just
hearing
to go,
all
to be
kinds of
honest.
great
For
stuff, man.
production people like ourselves,
Yeah.
that's fucking Disneyland up
If
there,
you
man.
guys go, let
That
me know.
really
'cause
is.
I
It's-
really,
it's
I've been
Disney
wanting to
World
go.
for production
Yeah,
guys.
we gotta see if they play up there this year. Maybe
Claire,
I'll talk to
Tate,
Doug and
they're-
see if we
they're
can
all
go up
there.
and see him,
Yeah.
the night
Yeah,
before. Or
hell yeah,
something.
absolutely.
That'd be a lot of fun. But yeah,
Yeah,
Mickey's
I would
Black
love
Box,
to.
man. If you're ever up in that area of Pennsylvania, man, another great
Another great
venue,
spot.
another friend of ours. Another venue that we support. Supports us with love.
Hell
And it's what makes it good, man. It's what makes us all who we are.
Where else are we at?
You were on 25th.
825, Johnny Folsom 4, which was the Johnny Folsom 1 that night.
Yes, and he
came
was
and did-
great.
He was
man.
fantastic, man.
What a nice
was this
guy.
David Burney was his name, right?
Remember, he was such
David
a nice
Burney, I
guy.
think. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that
so.
sounds.
Yeah, he was so nice, and the guy absolutely does
Well-
Johnny Cash correctly.
Johnny
He does.
Cash. Johnny Cash was known, for being, a great musician, but a lot of his songs, like again, we'll go the Folsom Prison. He plays the but the rest of the band plays everything else.
Yeah.
So this guy's in a Johnny Cash tribute, and he doesn't play any of the other shit. So
Mm-hmm.
he only knows his parts. The other band's sick with COVID. He shows up, and he doesn't know it all. But man, he faked his way through it.
Mhm.
He sounds like Johnny. He put on a great show. He's got some great tidbits and
Mhm.
and answered some great questions about Johnny, or you never knew. And what a great show, man! It was
Super down to
yeah,
earth guy.
It was such a good show. Such a good show, and such a nice dude. We talked with him for the longest time after. It's just the nicest guy in the
We had quite a
world.
bit of
man.
time. I'll tell you what, having just one guy on the damn stage made that load in, load out sound
Do you have
check,
any pictures
everything
of that by any
real,
chance?
real easy.
I'm sure it did.
Real easy. It was awesome.
It was because we sometimes we try to stay as real as we can and as true as we can to the times. So what helps with a band like that is I put on the screen. I just put up a curtain. I put the Sun Records logo. And Casey had redone the graphics on it and kind of put his name and all that on the record. And we just left it up the whole time. Very minimal light. It's Johnny Cash. And he killed it, man. I'm really proud of that guy, man. He did a great job.
I'm glad he decided to come down because I feel like we made a friend that day. And it was,
he's a good, really nice guy.
826, Get Poisoned, The Poison Experience,
Love those
and
guys.
Crucified. Crucified is another one that they also came out and killed it, man. These two, this was a heavy hitter of a show.
I love to Get Poison guys,
I mean, look
man.
at him, dude. That is fucking awesome.
He looks like Mick
and
Mars,
again,
man.
and again, we'll talk about Get Poisoned. They were great. It was a fantastic time. I think Bret Michaels might still have a little in the tank, but in terms of Motley Crue and Vince, he ain't got nothing left in the tank.
Michael's got a lot in the tank, man. His tank's like this big
his
now.
tank is big, but I think out of all these guys, I think he might still be able to sing a note or two.
Isn't it Bret Michaels that looks like the
No, that's Vince Neil.
No, I'm thinking Vince Neil.
That's what I'm talking about. Vince, he can't really sing.
Vince got a
nowadays.
kegerator, man.
Nor can anybody play their instruments anymore in that band. So to have a band come in and actually do that music and do
can't watch
the
Rudolph
music,
anymore.
play it live.
And like I said, that looked like Mick Mars. It didn't look like John
It
Paul.
looked like Mick
No,
Mars,
he
yes.
did look like Mick
Yes.
Morris.
And just to have a band come in and do that, playing it live when the actual band itself doesn't play live, is a great experience.
Hell
So
yeah.
that was a good one to have.
Yeah, I'm talking to the Get Poison guys right now about bringing them back.
Kick ass.
Yeah,
man.
we're trying to find another opener because I have another Crew opener coming in. I really love that Crew band though. I want to try and get them back into again. Like we said before, if we find a band that gives you the true experience of seeing that, and I saw Poison, and when I watched these guys, I'm like, there you go, man. This is Poison. This is what I remember back in maybe the late '80s, early '90s. I remember going to that show, and I remember seeing a guy, and that guy is passionate. The singer,
He is.
I don't
He
remember.
is.
I'm sorry, I don't
Yeah.
remember your name off the top of my head, dude. I know I got a lot of names. The only one I ever remember is Desco for some reason.
Even
But,
that, what's his first
dude,
name?
He doesn't let you forget it.
He was so passionate about that band and about doing that music right, man. And he did it.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of that band, and we will have them back this year. We just got to figure it out and figure out when we can fit them in because I'm trying to get some more national acts in. I love being, I've heard a couple people say, oh, it's a tribute theater. Well, again, you know what, you can suck. We're bringing in great bands. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Give me fries with that, bud.
Yeah.
Give me a break already. We're going on next. Oh, Shaman. Now, we had a Santana band that came in for.
Seven Bridges.
Seven Bridges.
Oh, wait. Did I miss Seven Bridges?
Yeah.
Oh, Seven Bridges. Oh, dude, the best Eagles tribute we have had. Bro, harmonies to perfection.
And that's what counts with the Eagles,
Yeah.
man.
And again, the only Eagles band I would like to have back.
And
That's it.
Is it their drummer? Yes, their drummer's dad wrote the song. Seven
No, the
Bridges.
singer, I think.
No shit.
The singer?
Yeah, the dude with the pies.
Is it the singer or is it the drummer? I thought it was the drummer.
Oh.
Aren't they brothers or something?
I think they are, bro.
I
Are they
think they are
brothers?
brothers.
So is
Yeah.
it both of them?
Yeah.
Whose dad
Oh.
it is? We're arguing fucking semantics. Well, whoever's dad it is wrote the song Seven Bridges, so that's where the name Seven Bridges.
Yeah,
comes
he
from.
wrote that with the
Um,
Eagles. Yeah.
And they are again just one that's there's no tracks, there's no nothing. They come out, they play the damn shit, they sing it live, they sing it together, and they sing it real tight.
That's
And
awesome.
can't wait to have him back, man.
Yeah,
We even
absolutely.
sold his wife's pies next door, Kiki's
Yeah,
Pies.
it's Kiki's Pies.
Yes,
Kiki's
it's
fried
so
pies.
so
Yeah.
great, so great.
Mhm.
Now Shaman, who will be returning this year as well.
Yes.
We had what was the name of the old Santana tribute we had that had Nicky
Jingo.
Rail in it? Nicky Rail's a good friend of ours, great guy. He's helped us out here in the theater,
Mhm.
been a part of a bunch of things. Long story about him and his band Head Soup from back in the day. I love the man. I love this band. They broke up. A friend of mine who used to actually help promote my uncle's band. He came in and he said, "Hey man," he goes, "Oh, I got some great bands. Don't tell me who he used to promote. His name's Ron Kyle. Ron used to promote. He promoted albums like Michael Jackson's, Bad album, his Thriller album, and a bunch of other albums. And he came in and he said, I got a couple. He brought Sharon. He goes, I want you to see the Santana band, dude, they came in. And what makes Santana, you've got to have the percussion.
Yeah.
To bring Santana to life. And they had
Latin music, man.
3 percussionists, and they were spot on, man. When I tell you, probably one of the best Santana tributes. And again, now the other one's gone. This one's here. This is our baby now. And they're scheduled to come back in as well this year.
Awesome.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we had Jerry Shirley presents Humble Pie Legacy, the 50th year anniversary. Now this was basically a tribute act to Humble Pie. Jerry Shirley, who's with Humble Pie all those years, put together this band. He put them out there, and I will tell you, they were good, man. The band themselves, the players were so good, it blew me away, man. It was one of those things that just I love the band. I would love to have them back. I don't think they're gonna be touring much more. It was I don't see them anywhere anymore. But they were such a good act. Everybody in that band, hey man, we loved you guys. If you ever put another band together, come let us know. They were tight, man.
They were super tight.
And they were just nice dudes, man. They were so behind the 8 ball on so many things and left in the dark. And to come in and put on a show like that, man, it was like, dude, they really did. They put on a hell of a show.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I did have a shaman video. I know you wanted to. Touch
Oh,
on
you
that
did?
tonight. That's why, yeah.
Oh, go throw it up. Throw it up. Oh man, the percussion was so dead on in that.
We got to
band,
start
man.
more of these in the chorus.
Yeah,
because now I got the damn chorus of that.
You're gonna have to go
out
listen
because I
to
didn't
that
hear
song.
it.
All right, so that was back to the Santana. We were talking about the Humble Pie. They were great. I'm glad we had a chance. Project came back. Another one of my favorite bands, man.
Just talk about a band of heavy hitters, man. That's all people in massive bands.
The dude from the Tubes, which we were just talking about. I'd love to get the Tubes here, man. And
Hell
I mean, you got the guy in there from Toto. Yeah, I can't remember all the band names. I can't remember people's freaking names.
Rio, man, he was
so many great members of so many great
my
bands.
God.
Man.
Spock's Beard, I know, is one of them. Oh my gosh, was he Peter Gabriel's keyboard player? I think so.
Might have
I
been.
think
Yes, he might have played with Gabriel back in the day. Yeah.
I mean, these guys are everyone from top to bottom. Jonathan Mover himself,
Oh
he
yes,
was another one that's just in so many things. They are truly as tight as it gets.
One of the best prog acts going around. They're one of the best out there, and it's one of those bands where I'd say, man, if you like prog rock, if that kind of music from Pink Floyd to again whatever, this is the band to see. And I just wish that was a band that could sell out every time they come in here because I want more people to see what they offer. They're so good.
They're as tight as it gets and authentic as it gets.
So good.
I mean, they're
so good.
They're fantastic.
So good. After that, we had Mullet. They were fun. There were a couple dudes, good dudes, man. They came in, they rocked it out. They were a lot of fun to have. They were basically a cover band. We don't have them often, but sometimes we do. Like we have one coming up that's like a 70s band coming up, I think, in February this year that plays a bunch of just set because some people like to come out and see like all that era music. Mullet did a lot of just the hair metal.
Yeah,
and people want to see that.
I was here for that.
They like coming to see Get Poisoned, all these bands. But then they come for that and you can see a little bit of everything. And it's kind of fun. They were a lot of fun. I got a mug from them and stuff. They were a cool band, man. And then, of course, my favorite, Michael and the guys is Striper. And we talked about Emerald Rising opened up for them. But, man, I just love Michael. And God bless, Michael's going through some medical things right now. We're talking to them to bring them back this year. It looks like it's going to be an acoustic tour now.
Oh.
Yeah, so it may be Striper acoustic. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out, but Michael, all of our prayers and love are with you, my friend. Do you have any video of that, Kate?
Look who was at the Landis in Vineland, New Jersey. Sunday services in full style.
Oh my God, I love Striper, man.
Yeah,
For those that don't know, that is Perry Richardson from Firehouse.
Yeah.
who is
Yes,
now with them.
yes.
So for those that didn't know that, Perry is now a full-time member of that band.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, he is another one. That guy is such a talented musician. He has just an ear for things that no one else on the stage can hear. And he'll actually, they'll be doing a monitor mix for Michael or something, and he'll be like, pull a little 400 out of that, or pull 1.5 out of that. This, that,
And he's right.
And then it's right every
And he's
single
right
time. I
every
mean,
time.
the guy has
Yep.
an ear
That's
for
awesome.
music, and
And
it's just awesome to see.
Striper's been here twice again.
Mhm.
We're hoping to have him back this year. Again, Michael, like I said, is going through some medical issues. And again, our prayers and our love are with him. And we can't wait to see him back and just have one hell of a show. Whether it's acoustic, whether it's electric, I don't even care. I
Want you around.
I just want that man back here
Mhm.
so we can give him a hug and say, man, we're glad to see you, brother.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
if there's somebody that needs to stay with us, it's Michael, man.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
It's Michael.
Yep.
He's great. And the whole band, his brother played on a kit that we brought in that was supposed to be a black kit. Because long story about this show. So Striper was coming.
Mhm.
We had to postpone the show because they had a record release and it moved them in a different position on their tour, and they couldn't make it here now, and they felt bad, so they wanted to play. They said, look, if you can just backline us, we'll come play.
Mhm.
So we're like, well, these guys are great, man. They could have just said, sorry, maybe we'll see you another time. But they really wanted to come back. And that's what that's what this place is about. The love that we get from these bands. This is Striper, dude. They used to sell out 30,000 seat venues, man.
Yeah.
They love coming here to the Landis in
just to keep us
Vineland,
in
New
their
Jersey.
thoughts,
It's
that's
Vineland, New
awesome.
Jersey, man, that they want
Yeah,
to come. So
That's it.
his kit was supposed to come in, and he said, we can't get the Striper kit. Yamaha,
We reached out to him.
back in the 80s, Yamaha is his band, his brand. They would have, drove a drum set here from California. They don't do it anymore. They care less. These companies just don't give a shit anymore. They don't support the bands like they used to.
That's it.
So we had to bring a set in. It was supposed to be a black set, and
All black.
It showed up orange.
All
Oh
orange.
man.
And I mean all
Oh,
and
man.
not like a burnt sienna. We're talking
orange, baby.
fucking Flyers color.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
orange, man.
And he sat down originally, and he was like, "Oh, Robert, he's not gonna like it." Blah 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 blah. And Robert first came out, and he goes, "It's supposed to be black. I don't really play an orange."
It did say black on the case.
It said black. I showed him the case. I said, "Look, there's not much I can do. The place is 2.5 hours away. Like they're on their way with the black one."
Oh, they were going to bring another one for him.
And he's playing around with it. He's playing around, and he goes, "Tell him don't."
Yep.
This is one of the nicest kits I've ever. And he's bashing on cymbals while trying to talk to me. This is one of the nicest kits I think I've ever played. He's going around. This really feels great.
Beating that kit the way he did.
Yeah.
He sent the devil to hell, man.
Yeah.
Hell the devil,
And it was cool. I kind of lit it so
Yes,
it
he
looked
did.
yellow instead of
Yes, he did.
orange. I did a couple tricks in the book there, and it
What a
worked out.
band,
And then the
man.
very next day, I had to go to the hospital to have a kid.
Yeah, that's it.
The very next day, I woke up.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. I woke up that morning after that, after a crazy week. I mean, that was a packed week right there, and
God was with you. my
four
friend.
shows in one weekend. That was a crazy weekend, and then literally,
What better band to listen to?
I
before
woke
you-
up
Yeah.
the next day and was like, "Holy shit, here we go!"
Dude, what a good! It was
Yeah.
such a great show, man. Again, I
Yep.
love Striper. Love these guys so much. I'm so can't wait to have them back.
Yes,
Again, Michael,
absolutely.
one last time, prayers and love are with you, my brother, and your wife and everybody in the band. We love you guys so much. Next up was Animals.
How
Man.
great was
Brain
that?
Damage? Walt and the boys. When I tell you,
I saw
have
Larry pop up earlier. Hi,
Larry. We love you, Larry.
Mhm.
Walt is somebody that I feel like we would have been best friends in high school. You know what I mean? There's Larry. What's going on, Larry?
Perfect.
I can't. The Wall. We're doing the Wall next in October, and I'm telling you, we are going to make this one of the best concerts you have ever seen at the Landis.
2 nights in a row.
I
baby.
can't wait for that.
But
gonna be sick.
Walt and I talk sometimes, and I'm telling you, man, we would have been best friends in
Mhm.
high school, man. We probably would have played in a bunch of bands together. We've seen so many of the same shows back in the '80s. We were literally at the Spectrum watching Yes together, and didn't even realize we were sitting at the same show. You know what I mean, and when you meet people like that years later, you start talking about it, you're like, he was there because he knew it. You're like this. Then we start talking. It's like there's a connection with this guy, and I just love him. And Larry's
Yeah.
great. I love Larry. I love everybody in this band.
Ryan, I saw Ryan. earlier,
Ryan's
too.
Ryan.
I have a
Another
fun
one.
little bit of info
Like, how cool is that, man?
On-
There's Frank.
on brain damage. Now, doing my podcast on the Rock and Roll Union, I had talked to Walt before I started doing this podcast. And one of the shows that he was doing here, he was like, I'm going to get you backstage to interview us. He was like, but I'm telling him you're part of the road crew. You're part of us. You're helping us set up because I don't want them getting mad if you come in. Lo and behold, look where I'm at.
No,
So
Walt.
Walt tricked us, huh?
Thanks, Walt. Now we're stuck
Yeah.
with this
Now look,
fucking
now
guy.
look what we got. I
This
mean,
is your
come
fault. This is your fault.
On. Come on now.
Walt.
They said the same thing to my mom.
I
You have a
do. No,
video?
but again, I love these guys so much.
Great guys, man.
They're so tight and they're so good. And they
Give
do
a shit.
Again, there's so many of these Pink Floyd tributes out there, and what's the big one that does the fucking whatever the
Brit Floyd.
Brit Floyd. These dude, they can suck my Brit ass. They have a show. Oh, right, they got great lights and a big set, but they're not musically as sound as these guys.
No.
If I listened to Pink Floyd with headphones when I was a kid because it was one of those bands you needed to hear every nuance of everything. You hear it with these bands. You go see a Brit Floyd, you ain't hearing that. You're just caught in the spectacle. You know, so with here, we have not only the music, but the spectacle that we give.
That's it. Exactly right.
And you end up with one of the best experiences of Pink Floyd you're going to find. And, you know, I'll touch on it briefly. You know, I was a big Roger Water. I saw, you know, pros and cons. I saw Radiocast. And I think the last thing I saw with Roger was, again, Jason, my friend Jason was doing lights. And his politics just pushed me away, man. I don't like, but this band brings you back to what Pink Floyd was. What, you know, from the guitar to the keyboards to the singing to the drums. And they're backup singers.
Oh yeah.
When we get to it, which we're going to get to it, we're going to talk about their Wizard of Oz performance and that girl singing background. We'll get there. I don't want to jump the gun on that, but Animals was so good. My first show doing AI video, we did a lot of AI video. Do we have any of that, Case? Here, let's play that. That was amazing, man, dude. So again, I'll go back to it. So we try to recreate as best we can with Pink Floyd and everything. And the Animals tour, they didn't. There's Ryan. Ryan, we love you,
Thank
dude,
you,
man.
brother. Thank you.
Shoot, you're amazing, man. But there was never anything for Animals, really. You know, it was one of those things where it was like, you know, some lights and stuff. So this is the first time we used AI to generate the entire album.
And I'll never
put it up.
forget what you guys
Dude,
did, man. It was
sweet.
It brought Animals to life in this weird, fucked up way that works with with this kind of music.
Yeah,
it
dude.
actually, if you were stoned, whatever you could be in the middle of this
I think plenty
theater,
of people were.
and you just sat there, dude.
We're in Jersey, man.
Candy sailed
It was
through the roof
something.
that night.
It was something you've never experienced.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty amazing, dude. And I could not be a luckier person to be able to sit beside this guy with lights, Bob doing sound, and that kind of band on our stage, man.
Yeah.
And to me, I love every band. That's my favorite band.
Yeah.
That's my favorite band. My favorite group, my favorite guys. Again, I love you guys. I don't understand why you didn't invite us to any Christmas parties or any shit like
what
that.
the hell?
Apparently,
they had
it's
their
not
own Christmas party.
reciprocated with the love.
They invited Frank. but-
Yeah, Frank couldn't get
Frank.
there. That was actually my first show back from having a baby. It was
remember
It was a quick turnaround, 6 days.
Yeah, and then I'm going to move right on to, again, already booked this year. Jaron, I love you, brother. I already miss you, man. We spent way too many years apart. So glad we were brought back together with the Lynch Mob. Dude, the Lynch Mob is coming back. It's their final tour. Age of Ore. We love Age of Ore is another. They're like my Zenoras and Emerald Risings and those bands. We love them so much. They're getting to open up for a legend.
Yeah.
And this concert, man, was off the fucking hook, man.
Dude, I brought my dad to this show. This was my
that's
dad's,
right. You were here
my
for that.
dad's first show at the Landis, man. And I was like, I was feeling a little weird. I was like, man, my dad's going to hate it because the vocalist is a little screamy and like.
No, he was.
My
good.
father had such a
And
great
Gabriel was
time.
awesome.
He loved.
Dude.
He wants to come back and see Lynch Mob
Dude,
again.
that
He loved him.
vocalist was sick. What was his name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, he was
Gabriel
great,
Colon.
man.
Oh,
He
but
was awesome.
one of my favorite parts of the show, first of all, Jaron afterwards was telling, he was texting me. He goes, bro, man, that's the longest George has ever played a show with us. He didn't want to stop. There was a point where Gabriel I think he was a little under the weather a couple days before and his throat was bothering him.
Mm-hmm.
So he left the stage a few times to gargle like some whatever that tea is that they gargle and shit. And at one point he was going and George is like, he just starts fucking playing. He looks at it, he goes, what are you guys? I think we could call them like pussies or something. He goes, come on. They just
You guys
jam.
never want to fucking play with
Dude,
me.
They just made up a fucking song, man.
Yeah.
And they started playing. Jaron comes in, the drummer starts coming in. I'm like, what? I don't know what's going on, but dude, it was amazing, dude.
I saw a pic of
blew me away.
Jaron. I saw a pic of Jaron today. I had to go, this fucking
Look
guy.
at
He's sitting in a pool.
Yeah.
Love this
Right
guy.
now, he was sitting in a pool with a piece of pizza and a beer. I'm like, look at this fucking guy coming up on New Year's.
He's such
Love
a
him,
cool-
man. We
such
did.
a cool guy.
Love Jaron.
We met each other on a film years ago. I've spent most of my life in film and TV and stuff of that nature. And we met on a movie called Hallows Eve.
Mhm.
If you ever get a chance to watch it, I mean, it wasn't what I wanted it to be when it was done, but you met somebody like him, and that is the culmination. There's some great performers in that movie, Danielle Harris, and some of the people that I truly love still today. But I got to meet Jaron.
Mhm.
And I'm so happy for him, for his success, and to see where he is
Hell
now.
yeah.
I couldn't. What a good human being. He was here for the Daisy show. Doug's like, oh my God, he knows them all now.
Yeah.
And he's just a damn good guy, and he knows he's got a home here forever.
Well, going back to the Daisy show for Jaron showing up, I was in the parking lot doing my podcast from the parking lot just because I wanted to be here for the Daisy show.
Mhm.
And little did I know, Jaron came running up on the screen during the show, and he did the
That's
rest of the
awesome.
show with me.
That is so cool.
So yeah, he's a great human being.
And they took the footage that we shot here and
Oh,
they
yes.
turned
Do
it
we
into
have
the-
that?
I couldn't find the
Oh,
right one.
no.
I know. I looked
Oh,
everywhere. I
no.
couldn't find the link.
Well, for those who
Yeah.
don't know, they took the footage that Casey shot here. They also had some footage from the Whiskey,
Whiskey.
Go Go, and they turned it into their newest music video. So we are now in some
And for
pretty
me,
damn good company, I would say here.
for me, they again, Jaron got a hold of me after the show, and he said, "Hey man, is there any way we can get that video?
Mhm.
Our new album's coming out, which is great. If you haven't heard this new album yet, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal,
Yes, it
and we're
is.
going to get to hear it this year." But he said, can we get some of that video? I'm like, Casey shot it all, on her phone,
Mhm.
and he goes, "We're putting together our new music video that we're dropping for a new album, and we'd love to use video from." And they played a couple of the songs, dude. They put us in a video with the Whiskey is a dirty place. It's rock and roll. It is what it is,
Yeah.
and you love it. It is
Yes.
the heart of rock and roll.
Yeah.
On the West Coast,
Mhm.
they combined that with us on the
the
East
heart
Coast.
of rock and roll on the
And
East
let me
Coast.
tell you, man, that to me made me think, we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're doing the right thing. Because they could
Definitely
have
cool
had
thing.
video from a dozens of other shows.
That's it.
Mhm.
They chose the show here, and they chose the Whiskey, two of their favorite places to play. And George was like, he was, we're going back.
Yeah.
It's his final tour. We're gonna have it here at the Landis. What do we have the date on that, Case? You remember the date on that? Tickets are on sale now, actually.
October 12th.
October 12th.
October 12th.
Not that's right after the brain damage does the wall.
Hell
Yep,
yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
So it's
next
got
weekend.
that's going to be a month of great shows,
Ooh,
man.
another October.
Yeah,
I can't
true.
wait for that, man.
very true.
Can't wait for
Very true.
Was there any more Lynch Mob? Did you have anything else? Any video or anything?
I was gonna share the the YouTube recap that I made.
Go for it. Go for it real quick. Let's watch it real fast. Any day now. I don't know what you just did. We're still on it. Hi, we're still here. This is the song they made up.
Yes, it was. I think if we do it like this, we can stay on. Like we're talking right now.
Dude, that's so good, man. That's George Lynch, bro, of Dockin.
Yeah, man.
They played a bunch of great Dockin tunes.
Into the Fire. I mean, come on.
Into the fire.
Dream Warriors.
No, they did not play Dream Warriors. I know. I wish they would. I love that song.
It was literally right before Friday the 13th.
Jaron, you
too.
got to get them to play Dream Warriors for us, man. Come on, bro.
It's right before Friday the 13th.
It's a great Dockin song right here. Oh, man, that was phenomenal. I, again, love those guys. Can't wait to have them back. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're getting late, so I'm going to start popping through a few of these. We had the Flying Circus back on 9th. There he is. There he is. Thank you. So we're going to go back to September 30th. We had Flying Circus. That's when the Burning Sky opened up for him. Again, that was that little we paid homage to the Swan Song record label.
Yep.
That was a great show. Again, they'll both those bands will be back. We love them. That is our Led Zeppelin band that I want here, and that is our Burning Sky band. That is our tribute to
I did
Bad
find
Company.
that Burning Sky video. If you did one.
Well, let's get
Thought I
we're getting to the end here. So then we had the Four Horsemen again, one of the best Metallica experience out there. These guys are becoming a national act. They're traveling a lot. They're playing all
Phenomenal.
over. They are true. We had them on the show before their thing, and when I tell you, they are spot on. Metallica, man, they play Metallica better than Metallica's playing Metallica right now.
They're another
They're
one. Like,
so
like
good,
I always
man.
say, they give a
God,
shit,
they're good.
and it's awesome to see.
Then this band, the next one.
We don't have to
I know.
talk about them.
I was a little skeptical about bringing them in, but I was like, let's give them a shot. You want to just show the video real quick? Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Again, one of my favorite songs, and I get to do every time they're here, I get to do a cooler a video for War Pigs. I get to bring new shit in. I love War Pigs, man. It's one of my favorite songs. I love doing the video for that. And it's one of my favorite things. And luckily for us, Steve Desco decided that he wanted to come up to, I'm just going to say it. He came up to the booth, and I guess he didn't have his sunglasses on or some bullshit. And he's like, it's too much light in my eyes, man. It's too much light. And Steve's like, oh, really? He went, boom, turn him the fuck off. So that's that. But, dude, how
great.
cool was that? That's when I think he blocked you on Facebook.
That's great.
Yeah, my Russian hooker self.
His Russian hooker excuse. But it made the video and the lights shine, which is great because the band's phenomenal. Mercer,
Oh,
on
yeah.
guitar. Dude, that band is great, man. And again, Steve is great. He
Now
is
that I think about
awesome.
that, it was the time before that he did that, because this is a few short months ago. So
Well, we still turned the lights off.
we
on
still
him.
turn them
Fuck
off.
it.
I learned my lesson, Steve.
Yeah. We leave you in the
can't
dark.
have you bright all the time.
Nobody wants to see you. They just want to hear the music.
If that's what it is, you just gotta let me know.
But dude, we love Land of Oz. They will definitely be back again and again and again. They're our only Ozzy tribute. They're the best tribute around. This is the only place they play down here. They don't play anywhere else. They don't spoil the waters playing all the other fucking venues that suck. Again, I'll give those venues credit. You're great with your Broadway shows and all that. But drop the rock and roll, man. You're not fucking doing it right. You're not doing it justice, man. Some of them, even one of the other theaters does like the old crooner, like the old, they do a great job with that, man. But drop the rock and roll. You're not doing it right. Just stop, man. Just stop. You're not going to be us. It's never going to happen. Do your thing, and we'll promote you. Stop trying to copy what we do. And then, of course, we had our Friday the 13th movie marathon, which was Dave Hagen from Monster Mania. They were on board and sponsored that with us. He brought some great guests on.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah, we had the one of the twins, the Doublemint twins on.
Yes, Mr. Manfredini.
Yeah,
Manfredini.
the man who wrote the music for the.
Let me do my best impression of him.
Oh my God! Yeah, he had the headphones that were all.
Here I am,
great.
guys. All right.
What a great dude, man! That was a lot of fun, though. Man.
was.
Again,
He was awesome, man.
He was awesome.
And then where are we at? We're still in October
As we
here.
become ghosts,
as we
baby.
become ghosts. Again, some great guys. They were sending like a lot of people. I get so many Merry Christmas messages. And I try to give them back to everybody. Even Zoltan from Five Finger Death Punch.
Zoltan.
Yeah, he gave me a Merry Christmas this year. I haven't heard from him in a while. But it's so much fun to have these bands that are the local bands that come in, and these guys are just the best, man. They're true rock and rollers. And Mickey's such a great guitarist. Alex is, a great tattooist. I meant to say,
Yeah.
but his other great passion is music. They came on this podcast, and they did that acoustic jam.
Yeah,
Remember downstairs
dude, that
in the
was
Blue Room?
great.
for the first time they ever did, and they
Kill
blew
it.
us away, man. And they're just good people. And again, another band that if we give another opportunity, they had Dead Flowers and Venture Out. It's on here. And Casey has video. You know, drop that. Oh man, that was so good. And like we were just saying, CT was in. They ended it with Ghostbusters. I put the Ghostbusters all over the walls, and they just killed it, man. And again, I love these guys. I'd love to have them back. They're just great people. If you're looking for a great tattoo, go see Mick.
Twin Flame.
Twin Flame.
And what I love the most about them was just like when we got to do the podcast with him, and he started explaining like where some of the songs came from, and you realize where the lyrics and how personal a lot of this music is to them.
Yeah.
That means a lot, man. And then when you see them rock out and we have a chance again to do our lights in our video and bring that band to life, into like a true rock concert, dude, they blew it away, man. I was so proud of them. They sold, man. They were knocking on doors, man. They were Desco Jr. selling their shows. No one, I'll give it to you, Steve. No one sells a show like Steve Desco. No one does. And the Ghosts were right there on his trail,
exactly
man.
right.
And these guys did a great job. I love you guys again. Thank you so much for coming out here and being part of our family, and we can't wait to see you again. We ended October with the Wags. I love these guys.
No, you got a couple more on the next page there.
No, October.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still got some more October after that.
Oh, did we? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man. This month never ended. Oh, well, we had the Wags special. I love those guys, too. If there's a great group, it's them. They're just good human beings, good people. We're going to find a way to build that show every year and make it better and better and better because they deserve the stage. They deserve to have a big stage, have people see them. They're so much fun. And it's that one thing you want at Halloween that kids can come to.
Yeah, exactly.
So this year, I want to try. We were going to do a trunk or treat type thing. This year, I want to make that happen. I want to be able to make it a trick or treat type event. Give them something to come in and see. It was a very cheap ticket. Again, it's there for family fun. We're having the Ghosts. We're having all this rock. You got to have something for the kids. And we threw this in, and I want to build on this every year. And we love the WAG. We love them so much, and we can't wait to have them back. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then I guess there is some more.
Plenty more.
$1 Zillion Babies. The first time
yeah.
we had Kevin and the guys in with an Alice Cooper tribute. Again, what a great show, man.
Killed it.
It was so much fun doing video for these guys. It's one of those. I'm a big Cooper fan. I know you are. Again, a great podcast. They gave us some great feedback. I enjoy having them. I love having him here with everything that he does. And again, another part of our family here. And I hope to keep that going for years to come. That was just a fun night for me. It was a lot of fun. And then we did end October with one of my favorite bands. All of them dear to my heart. From Dan and Steve and everybody in this band. I love this band. Miguel is again, he's dude from Five Finger Death Punch gives me a Merry Christmas, and Miguel didn't. Hey, fuck you, Miguel. I just realized that of all the people, I think Dan gave me one.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Prick.
Yeah.
But damn it, when a band like I forget, there they are. I love you guys. When
Look at that jump.
But Miguel he'll text all the time, and we put together stuff, and he helps us out. If we need equipment and somebody's selling stuff, like I forget who it was. What band was that was getting rid of all their equipment there?
I don't remember. Something Riser related.
And it was one of the big touring bands. I can't remember who it was. It was we almost had him here to sing for Casey's birthday. What the hell was his name? Damn it, I remember that band. I can remember the singer was touring, but we'll remember it. But again, one of the best AC. There's every time you turn around, it's an AC/DC tribute trying to get in. Oh, this and that, this and that.
Aaron
Lewis.
Aaron Lewis. Yes, it was Aaron Lewis. And Stain.
Yeah.
Yes, and Stain was getting rid of all their equipment, and he's like taking pictures in their garage, saying, "Dude, you want anything?" I'm like, "No." And we had just about anything. It was really cool though. But Miguel's always he's always looking out for us, and we're always looking out for them. And there will never be another AC/DC band on this stage if this band breaks up.
Another male AC/DC band. We'll
Yeah,
put it that way.
yeah. We might have a female
There's a
tribute.
couple
Yeah,
female
that's different.
ones.
That's different. But as far as true, I mean, and Dan just he lives the role.
Mhm.
You know, what I mean, there's again, there's AC/DC tributes out there, and they sound great, but no one makes you feel like you're at an AC/DC concert like this band does. And I love this band. I love everyone in the band, and of course, little Steve's on a drum set.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean, Steve has been with us for a while. He played here, and he's another good friend of ours. And you know, Miguel came to us saying, "Hey, man, we need a drummer." You know, and we're like, "Oh, Steve," and we sent and Steve's touring with him, man, and we hooked him up with one of the best drummers that we know. And I love him, man. There he
Hell
is, Steve.
yeah,
Steve,
Steve.
we love you, buddy. Merry Christmas to you, man. We love these guys, and I can't wait to have them back. We got to figure. I think I was talking to Miguel. We're trying to figure out when to bring them back this year. And that was it. That was the end of October. Oh, and Appetite for Destruction, who will be back as well. They were a Guns N' Roses tribute that did a really good job. And I just booked them, and I think they're the ones. Didn't we get a date for them already? Appetite for Destruction. I do. I think I just got to get their contract out to them. They'll be back, and I think they have a crew band opening for them. That's what the crew band was, and it's going to be a great show. Those guys are good, man. They're new, and you know, Miguel's like, "Hey, man, we played a couple shows. You want to let them open up?" And they were great, man. So
just make sure they don't reenact that fight between Vince and Axel.
Oh, we should have that happen.
We should have them reenact that.
That would
fight.
be
Are you
funny,
kidding
man.
me?
That would be hilarious. man.
CT, what you think is a bad idea, we think is a good idea.
Sometimes a good idea.
No.
All right, Steve, you want to blow through it? We're getting late. We're past our time here.
Yeah.
Let's blow through that
First show
November.
of November was Romeo Delight, the Van Halen Experience.
Buddy and the Boys, we love
Buddy
you
and the
guys.
Boys.
Joby.
But
Yes. 11:10, we had the Janis Joplin Experience featuring Lisa Polizzi.
We will have her back.
She was another
We
great
will have
one.
her back. Phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal. You gonna roll?
Man, I love, and again, everybody here knows I'm a big Janice fan.
Mhm.
Love Janice. She's one of my favorites, and Lisa does it right. I love her.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa.
11:11, another one that we talked about earlier. We had them back, and we absolutely love them. Gold Dust Woman, the
Yes.
Fleetwood Mac tribute. They came back, and they absolutely tore it down again. I mean, it's just another one that we love near and dear to our hearts here. 11:17, they joined us in the studio.
Guys are great,
they
man.
were
They
fantastic.
were fantastic. They were another one that just, they do it. Like you were saying, Leonard Skinner isn't necessarily a Leonard Skinner anymore. So why not come see them?
And you want to see a better
With
rendition.
Remedy, the Black
Yeah.
Crows.
Yeah, those
tribute.
guys are great too.
And
What
those
nice
guys are
guys, man.
fantastic,
They're nice
man.
guys.
They
Now,
do such a good
Steve, you're
job.
listening. Steve, Christy, get a hold of me. I want to bring those guys back. I want to do a Southern rock thing, man. See if we can get that other Tom Petty band back.
Oh yeah, Pure Petty.
Pure Petty, have them. I'd like to do a nice like Southern rock thing with that band. I love these guys, man. And I think the
You
Pure
should
Petty band would work
you
really
keep
well
looking
with
for
it.
an Allman Brothers one.
I have
do-
one coming, my friend. I
Do
found
them
one.
with Street Survivors.
Yeah, I have an Allman Brothers coming.
I'd be remiss if I
You're
didn't
gonna like
point
it.
out
You're gonna
that
like
Oh boy.
November we're missing it, but we did the Rock for Recovery here. That was a great.
Oh
Yes.
yes. yes.
Oh, well,
Yes,
Casey
absolutely.
hated that, so she left it up the
Oh,
list.
I printed the ticket thing. I realized when I got in here today.
Oh,
and I
because there
was
weren't
like,
tickets for it. That's why.
Yeah,
it
there was.
all came up
We
in
didn't sell
ticketing
tickets
site.
for that.
Yeah,
and
that
that's why
was-
it didn't come
Yep,
out on the sheet.
yep.
Yeah.
11:17 we just did. 11:18 the ELO tribute show.
Love
came
you
back for
guys,
another
man.
Fantastic one. 11:24 we had Debbie Gibson.
Fantastic.
Oh, my dear friend.
Delicious tour. That was a
Look
fantastic,
how beautiful is she still.
sparkly, beautiful night. Do you have any video from that or just pictures?
No
Okay.
video of
No
Deb.
video of Debbie.
We went over the list together, Bray.
Oh, man, I would have thrown some
man,
video
oh,
of Debbie
man,
now.
oh,
So
man.
Debbie and the crew and Eddie and all you guys, Eddie, I love you, buddy. He sent me a nice little thing for Christmas. God bless you. And Debbie, I love her, man.
It's a
She's
fantastic
a
show.
good
Another
friend.
one with a good crew.
Definitely want to have her back, man.
Fantastic. dude.
Her entire band was phenomenal. The two backup singers. Well, I know Eddie because we go back and forth on Instagram a lot. And what was the other gentleman's name that grew up with her? He was in
Buddy.
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 He was the first person I met when he walked in, and couldn't have been a nicer human being. He was went to high school with her and beat her in the talent show.
Yes, yes, you said that. Yeah, that's
And
right.
they've been together ever since.
and and never left each other's
That's
side.
awesome.
But
Each other's
that's
side.
what you love about a Debbie Gibson
Mhm.
is she remembers everyone. She remembers people. She
Mhm.
knows the good people in her life. She respects the good people in her life, and we love you, Debbie. I've loved you forever. My sister, that may she rest in peace, loved you, and I love having you here. And I can't wait to see everyone again. Ariel, her guitar player, plays for a band called the LA Dolls.
Okay.
Want to try and get them in for Casey had done a really cool all girls weekend a few years back with Liliac and a few bands. I'd love to bring the LA Dolls. So I've been talking to Ariel. I see when they're on the East Coast. So maybe we can figure out how to put that together quick and have some of these really cool bands. Like
Oh,
she used
yeah.
to, that's the girl who used to play with the Paradise Kitties.
Yes.
Yeah, she was the one. But
Yes.
so I'd love to bring some of these rocking girls back because that girl rocks, man. She
Mhm.
just destroys.
Hell
it.
yeah, yeah, she did.
Follow her on Instagram because her Debbie stuff's great. But when you see her actually rock, like play like metal,
Kicks ass.
dude,
Yep.
the girl's sick, man. And the guitar is the size of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, it's the size of her. But thank you guys again, Debbie. I love you so much, and we can't wait to have you and Eddie and the whole crew back. Eddie, I love you. Mwah. It's good talking to you again, my friend. Let's go on from there. Oh, then another great one.
11:25. This was another one, right? This was what? Right after Thanksgiving?
Right. Well,
Right before
No, it was
Thanksgiving?
Debbie Gibson, then them the next night.
yeah.
Then
No,
the
that's
next
right.
night.
That's
Was
right.
that? Was it before or after Thanksgiving? I
After
can't remember.
Thanksgiving.
After. Yes.
Yep.
It was Brain Damage doing The Dark Side of the Rainbow, which for those of you that don't know what The
I
Dark
don't-
Side of the Rainbow is, it is Pink Floyd. It is their Dark Side of the Moon album 2.5 times over The Wizard of Oz.
Fantastic.
And they did it live, and they did it to
Perfection.
That night.
Dude, yeah, they finally they took Ryan, they took the sax away from Ryan's guitar, they brought in a sax player. Phenomenal.
Bill, great
it-
addition.
It took the band one level up.
Yep.
Mhm.
And do you remember her name? The
Deb.
backup singer, was it
Deb.
Deb? The backup singer was phenomenal. The other one didn't. There was an issue with another backup singer. She didn't show, but this girl pulled it off by herself
She
2.5
really did.
times.
She really did.
2.5 times.
Had to sing the great. Actually, she had to sing "Great Gig"
Three
three times.
and
which
she
is
blew it
one of
away
the hardest
every
songs you can do.
single time.
Absolutely killed it.
And I had people walk out. I had an older lady come in. Her exact words were, "I didn't realize what I was coming to see, but I'll see this again."
That's
Dude,
awesome.
it was Casey's mom was here for that show. What a great show! Your mom really liked it, didn't she?
Oh, my mom loved it. She brought her best friend too. They were like, "This is my type of music." She
My-
was like, "I gotta smoke something next time." I don't do that, but
Well,
I might think about it.
That's great.
We're in talks about maybe trying to make that a yearly thing. We'll see what happens,
would
but
love
we're
to.
really
I think that would be
concentrating. We're
great.
really concentrating on the wall this year,
Mhm.
and we want that to be the big show, and we want that to be perfect. And we're doing that 2 nights.
That's
2 nights
incredible.
because we're really going to push sales on that. I'm going to billboard that. I want that show to be their sellout here. Again, returning October 4th and 5th,
We love
performing
that
the wall.
picture.
We love you guys, man. We really do. Larry Wall, all the guys, the whole band, man. We
Every one of them.
we love you guys so much. And again, I loved Ryan on guitar. He did the sax justice, but bringing the guy in for the sax now,
Freeing them up, man.
dude, what is his name again? I'm bad with
Bill.
names. Bill,
That's his name, yeah.
nice guy, dude. It just opened the band up to another level.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to have them back, man. I really do. I really just love that band. My favorite band, my absolute all-time favorite band we've ever had here. Oh, who's next?
We're into December. You want to do December?
Yes.
So
Schreiben.
12-1, we had Schreiben. and
Schreiben.
before the show, he came to us in the studio and did some mind-bending
really good, man.
stuff on us. He was fantastic, man.
As he builds his show, it's going to be a great show.
Oh yeah.
And this is the first real big stage he ever played. And
Oh, there she
there she is, Deborah. Thank Deborah. You were so wonderful, and I just want to send out all the love we can to you. We absolutely, we're still blown away by you
are
performing
incredible.
the way you did. 3 times, man. That
is
great gig is
amazing.
That's a tough song, man. And again, I didn't get to see, of course, Pink Floyd do it back in the day, but I saw when Roger Waters brought the back, and the three. I think he might have 4 singers. I think, but 3 or 4. She did it justice.
Yeah,
man.
she did.
I don't care. Roger Waters can blow me. She did it better than they did. She did it, but he can. He's a jackass now. I can't stand that guy.
December 2nd, you guys had the ultimate Beatles experience from Studio 2.
Mhm.
Those guys
Great
are great.
guys.
Another
Steve.
great band, man.
Another Steven. It's always funny emailing them back
Yeah.
and forth. Hi, Steven. It's Steven. Thanks, Steven.
And they're
It's
great,
Steven.
man.
That one is the weirdest for some
It is.
reason too. It's the
Yeah.
most confusing out of the Stevens.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
he
they're
is, it's real fun.
weren't they Berkeley School? Where'd they go? To
Berkeley.
school? They went to
yes.
Berkeley
All
School of
Berkeley
Music.
grads,
That's
yeah.
incredible.
They're amazing musicians. The
Mhm.
guitar player even plays or the bass player even plays left-handed.
Mhm.
I mean, it's phenomenal, man. They're such a great group. They're again, Beatlemania is Beatlemania. I love them, but these guys give you a different taste of the Beatles.
Mhm.
They don't do the Beatles all the way through.
do
They
the
just
early
do the
stuff, and that's
early
it.
stuff, and that's it.
Mhm.
And they do it to perfection.
And a couple of awesome Christmas tunes.
Oh yeah, they do. Dude,
They did a
they
really
took
good
some
job. with the
Beatles
Christmas
music
tunes.
and they put the Christmas lyrics to it.
Mhm.
It was so much fun, man. They're such a
Which
fun
Beatles
band.
song is this? And then
They're-
the guy
they're
said,
so
"Hey
good.
Jude." He goes, "Yeah, that was definitely Hey Jude."
December 8th, I'm going to leave to you guys, man. That was the sellout Octane show.
Dude, I
Yes.
literally I was just sent Brian we were going back and forth with some Merry Christmas stuff, and I don't even know what to say about the band, but they sold out. They put on. Do you have any video of that case? I hope so, because they put on one hell of a rock show here. They are what we want this place to be,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and they did it in a way that, again, it was a band. I know the one song. I heard it a few times, but it's like I discovered a new favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
To me, screw the 90s. This is my 2024
Yeah, man.
new band that I'm still playing, man. They're on my radio. They're in my car. I'm listening to Octane now. Like, I wish I would have listened to them years ago, but I'm kind of glad I waited
Mhm.
because now I get to see if you have not listened to Octane, they're now back on all the streaming
Spotify,
platforms.
all of them.
Please listen to Octane. If you love that genre of music, which was out at that time, these guys are the epitome of it. I love them. It's a great show. You want to show a video of it? What a good show, man. I'm still looking at this show. What? Dude, what a great light show too, man. Video wise, everything. It's just what a great show, man. He's got great drum solo, great drum set.
And look how electric that crowd was.
Oh man, what a great crowd, great band. Oh, that was such a good show, man. I was so happy to have them here. And again, if they ever want to come back, they got a couple other bands that they've talked about. It's one of those things where these big bands from this area that are playing other places, that some didn't want to play here because we had seats, whatever, you missed out, because that's what you get here. You get a
Exactly
true
right.
rock show with one of the best bands around. Opened the door again for me for some new music. I'm a fan of Octane now. I'm a true fan of Octane now.
Absolutely.
And God, I wish it was a band that was still playing, man, because I would go see them somewhere else, man. They're so good, man. They're
And then
so
the
good.
next night you had Heart of the Journey.
Yes, with Sean. I was just saying something to Sean online. We were talking about, because she is also the lead singer for Airplane, which is the Starship now. Airplane. They were Jefferson Starship, Jefferson Airplane, Airplane.
Yeah.
Now they're Starship. There she is in her getup.
Steve
her
Perry.
Steve Perry. She came out looking like Steve Perry, dude. She had the sneakers on, and everything. Such a sweetheart. I just love her to death. She was so much fun, and I would love nothing more. But we got the little sticker sitting there next to you.
No,
We got some of their stickers.
Look at that.
I had their T-shirt. I just love them. She did the first half of the show was Heart, then the next half of the show was all Journey. So they call it the Heart of the Journey, and it was so much fun. They threw in a little bit of Christmas there, and because it was Christmas time. But dude, she killed Steve Perry.
be happy Christmas once again.
Sean, she is a rock star, man.
Scott Van Zandt, man.
She,
he
yeah,
is,
yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Talk
That's
about a real rock star.
again, that's a band full of rock stars,
Hell
man.
yeah.
30 credits on Kiss songs, man.
Unbelievable,
Over
man.
30
Unbelievable.
Kiss
And they were a
songs.
lot of fun to have on too when we
Mhm.
had them on the show, man.
And then
Love you
Crystal
guys,
Gale
man.
the following weekend.
Crystal
That
Gale,
was
man.
another great one, man.
What
Talk
a
about
sweetheart.
true legend, you know.
What just a sweet
Hollywood
woman.
star. She's got it all, man. She's got everything.
She is, and again, another thing that we're doing here at the Landis, we're bringing some of the greatest performers. Again, rock and roll Hall of Famers, country music Hall of Famers. They're playing our stage. They're here in Vineland, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, giving this city a name that they've never had before.
That's right.
And it's something we just want to keep doing for this city. We enjoy it, and it's the better we do, the better the city's going to do. And the more shows we can start doing, more of these Wednesday night shows. I don't give a shit. I'll do it. And as long as the people are here, they're enjoying the music. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. And thank you.
The Savior is born. Christ, the Savior is born.
Oh man, what a wonderful person! What a great band! She's so beautiful, and she sung her heart out. That was a true, like Debbie, that came in with a true Christmas show. Like, we had the Adrenalized guys come in. Sean with her band come in. They threw a couple Christmas songs in. It's just fun because it's that time of year. But those were two really powerful, actual full Christmas shows. And Crystal Gale does Christmas again. Her and Debbie Gibson, man. They do Christmas like no other.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you how happy I was to have them this year. And I really hope we can have some great Christmas stuff coming up this following year in 2024.
And then you went to Elvis the very next night.
Matt and Ray, again, that's another tradition here that we're just going to keep bringing it back. And again, the epitome of Elvis, man.
Mm-hmm.
The
Well, how long lives in North Carolina? Clean, they had a bad back.
my God, he's so good.
Yeah.
We had a good chance to talk to him after too, before he had to head out, and he's just Matt's just a nice guy, man. He's a true legend of these legend performers. He performed with the legends in Vegas, and to have him here every year with Ray, and Ray's band is just phenomenal. They're just such good guys, man. And and I absolutely my father-in-law. Oh yeah, that's right, Joe. He brought his father-in-law. You're not going to see a better Elvis. Again, the competing places around have Elvis. Yeah, whatever. That's Elvis.
Yeah.
You want to see an Elvis. You want to see a true legend from Vegas,
man.
that comes this way and plays in Vineland, New Jersey. It's Matt Lewis. See him next year. I promise you, he puts any other Elvis to shame.
With a full orchestra.
It's not even worth wasting your time. Just come see this guy. Have a great, and he does all the Christmas tunes. He does the Elvis classics, the costumes. The ladies lose their shit over him. He does the whole, handkerchief. Thank you very much with the handkerchief. Dude, it's phenomenal. And Bob, our photographer, his mom is just in love with Matt. She becomes part of the show every year now. It's so much fun, man. And I can't wait to see him again. Ray, we love you, buddy. And we know you listen. And Merry Christmas. Thank you again for everything you do. And thank you for putting together this amazing band. And again, from this area, some of them.
Yep.
The last year he was here, the year before, one of his ex-girlfriends from high school showed up.
Oh man.
And
That
he's
was
like,
a weird one for him.
and he's like, oh yeah, okay.
And
That
then
was a weird
off to Adrenalize. 3 heavy hitters on that weekend, man. Adrenalize wrapping up that weekend.
pour some Christmas on.
That was a lot of
me.
fun, man. They're great guys. Like I said, they're our go-to Def Leppard tribute. I still like Def Leppard, the name. Not a big fan of Adrenalize, the name, but the band I love. They're great. And this singer that they have now is the singer. You guys got to keep him, man. You got to keep that singer. That singer makes this band because you already had the music was there. Now they got the voice. Now they're doing the true tribute. If you want to see Def Leppard like you would have seen them again in the 80s, early 90s, see this band. I had some Mad Max going. I don't know if you noticed that. I had Mad Max going in the logo and Mad Max in the walls. That song just always reminded me of Mad Max, and I wanted to put
Hell
it.
yeah.
And I got the chance to do it with these guys.
That's great.
And it did it with a phenomenal band, man. I'm telling you, these guys, you hear the crowd singing. When you get a crowd, Octane was probably the best. You had people here that were true Octane fans, man. They followed that band from club to club back in the day. They knew the words. And when Brian stopped singing and just held the mic out, they stopped playing. Dude, it just makes you get that's what music's about. You're touching everybody in that audience. And Def Leppard did that for years. And everyone that came to see this band was a true Def Leppard fan. And these guys gave them the best Def Leppard you're going to get today, including going to see Def Leppard.
Yeah,
with a bunch of other shitty bands they threw in.
And then the year ended with Almost Share with a little flavor of Steve Dusko in there.
Dusko in
Trying
there.
to work his way in somehow. Uh-oh.
Had to end the year on Desco.
Do we have the video of
I
that?
think we do.
I don't think Steve Dusko would speak to me again if I didn't have
Yes.
the video.
Roll
Yeah.
the tape.
Before it's earned, our money's often spent on drugs. I guess that's so we don't have a pot. But at least that's all the things we got. Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Take it away, Sonny. I got flowers in the spring. I got you.
It is. All right. That was, again, Steve, we love you, man. That was an iconic way to end the year at the Landis. When I
You'll
tell
never
you, dude,
forget it.
that was so much fun. Then pulling flowers out of your ass, man.
Pulling out of his ass.
I mean, dude, who knew Ozzy
They
could
were
pull
pink
flowers
before they
straight out of
started.
his ass, man. But what I loved about Cher, she did a great job. What I loved the most about her show was the antics and the jokes. She's a fucking
She
great
is a
comedian, man.
She is an absolute comedian.
Her Sonny
Yes.
Bodo hitting the tree jokes and shit, and she's like, too soon, too soon. Oh man, I'm in tears up here going, oh my God, I can't believe she just said
partly
that.
sunny is the joke.
Oh my God, it was so
Except
good.
that one tree that was partly sunny.
And what was her band? Her band is
Burning Sky.
Burning Sky.
Burning
yeah.
Sky, yeah.
Yes, we got to end it out with
The
them.
guys with Burning Sky. It was a lot of fun,
Always
man. They
good to
threw
see
some
it.
Christmas music in and everything. It was fun, and it's something I'd like to revisit and bring it about. But Steve, you blew it away, man. We love you, Steve Dusko, man. Thank you for doing that. I was so happy to have him come out and do that. Now she always has somebody come out and play the Sunny. Like she'll pull somebody from the audience and she puts the fur on, gives them the old feel. But to just having, and Steve's like practicing in the back and everything, and he got that shit straight, man. I mean, as you could tell, she smelled the flowers and threw them. I don't know how he got those up
Smell
his
like
ass.
his
Man,
ass.
they were pink to start.
Yeah, I don't know how he got those up
I don't
his
know what
ass.
color they ended up, but they were
I
pink.
think the next Land of Oz show for War Pigs, he should just start pulling like shit out of his ass, an AR,
Or
a
bring-
couple grenades out of his ass.
Bring Cher up for War Pigs.
Could you imagine? He could just pull her out of his ass. Could you imagine? He just sat there, pull Cher up, and there's Cher right out of his ass. Steve, man, we didn't know you could do this with your ass.
Schreiben, you better watch out.
I'm gonna tell you, most people don't remember this, but Eddie Murphy made a record, and he
I
actually had a
remember
hit
that.
song out of it. But my favorite song on that album was called "Put a Boogie in Your Butt."
I know that song. Yeah.
And Steve Dusko could put a bumblebee in your butt. I put me in your butt.
Oh, good
Oh,
God.
good Lord.
Oh man.
So that was a total of 89 shows, not including a couple benefits that we had with the heroin benefit, which we're going to bring back this year and hopefully blow that up and get that bigger and bigger every year. Any of those bands, any local bands out there that listen to the podcast or that anyone that's listening knows any of the local bands that want to be a part of that this year, we'd love to have you. I would love to have Carrie back for that. Carrie had a devastating loss to heroin as well as you and your family. And it's something that we're proud to be able to bring here and hopefully help some people and get that out there. And, we'd also this year, we had the heroin film. I forget the name.
Yes,
Remember
I was here for
it was
that.
a documentary thing that they had done on heroin, done by one of our good friends, Jason. And it was just such it was a year that things that we weren't planning on bringing in came in, and it opened our eyes up to some things that this place can do a little more to help the community. We do like the community things as much as we can for the schools and all that. January is going to be a lot of fun, man. We got some, again, we're starting off with Riel with one of the best tributes to the old Genesis and Peter Gabriel. What else? What's in January right now? We have, if you want to just go through it real quick, tickets are all on sale. We have a Neil Diamond experience coming in that I can't wait to see because I watched video. Who was it?
So January we have Rail, the music of Genesis.
Yeah, God, they're so good, man. I always say Riel. I don't know
Cut
why.
to yourself over there. You got a camera?
Oh, Jesus. Good God.
Ben Bailey
do I.
from Cash Cab.
Oh, Ben Bailey.
Can't
Dude,
wait for that, dude.
have you seen that video we posted?
Yes.
This guy's fucking hilarious, man.
Dude, I'm bringing my
Look,
sons to that.
These tickets are not expensive. They're cheap. We have enough seats that enough people can come. Dude, this is Ben Bailey from Cash Cab. If you ever watch Cash Cab, it's a great show. But, dude, this guy is hilarious, man. Usually you see him in comedy shops and stuff. This is the time to see him on a big stage, like when you watch, HBO and you watch any of those big comedy shows. This is the time to see Ben on a big stage the way Ben needs to be seen. I can't wait. Dude.
No censorship, no. And he's got him go.
He's got an opening act, and to emceeing it, he's bringing in. We don't know who it is yet from New York.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm
That's
excited.
awesome.
Another great New York performer he's going to bring in with him too. So Ben, we can't wait to see you, brother.
Amish Outlaws.
And they're back. Dude,
The
you gotta
next
come.
day.
You gotta come.
You're going to have to say that name again because you cut out.
Amish Outlaws.
The Amish Outlaws.
And what
are
day
back,
is
man.
that?
The
That's
day after.
January 13th.
January 13th.
People don't care about the day after, man. They need to know
The day after
the-
Ben Bailey,
the
you get the
date.
Amish
Same
Outlaws.
date as last year, man, but a
Yes.
different
Yes.
day. A different day.
Mhm.
Amish Outlaws. And
And they got-
how do we end it?
You got Tribal Sun.
Tribal
on
Sun,
19th.
another.
Dave Wood, man. Dave Wood and I go back a ways. He is the bass player for Tribal Sun. Great.
Well,
dude.
they're also so a lot of times a band comes in, Tribal Sun's one of them. They'll come in and they're a new tribute. They're trying to get out there, trying to get seen. And Burning Sky was one that came to us and said, "Look, man, because of the show we got to play at your theater, we're getting booked all over." And a lot of these, if you're one of these new tribute bands and you want to come in, and you come to me personally. We work out a deal, so they're going to shoot their video for their promotional
That's
video while
awesome.
they're here. So they'll shoot a little before and during the show. They're going to shoot, so there'll be some cameras going on. Again, I want them to have a great video to be able, because this band's great. I'm a huge fan. I can't wait to have them here. It's going to be a fun night, and I'm excited about that one too, man.
Hell yeah, man.
It's going to be a good
time.
January, man. Amish Outlaws are back.
Not even done yet.
Amish Outlaws
Anything
are
else
back.
in January?
Double Vision.
Double Vision on
Double
January
Vision's
20th.
back.
January 20th, you said? January 20th, Double Vision.
Double Vision, baby.
Can't bury the date.
Double Vision. Is it?
Anything else?
The Rush Experience on January 27th.
And then Rush, we talked about them
Sweet.
earlier.
Thanks to
They're
the
coming
boys,
back. We
yeah.
saw some video on them. They're great. Again, another true male singer, the way Rush should be done. 3-piece band, great band, killing Rush like nobody else is doing Rush right now.
I noticed something new on the calendar that I got to bring my dad to because he is a very, very big Chicago fan.
Oh, yes.
And that's February. Not to jump too far ahead, but my father's seen Chicago back in the Chicago Transit Authority days, which is like going way, way, way back.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that.
Well,
show.
Chandler, who was the singer for Double Vision, who we love, Chandler's a dear friend of ours. He used to sing for a tribute that we used to bring in for Chicago, and he's no longer with them. So, hey, we love Chandler. We loved it when Chandler was with him. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, he made it, to my opinion, he made that band amazing. So we found another tribute that has that same feel now again
Nice.
that Chandler gave the other tribute. So I'm excited to see them come in and see how they give us that experience in Chicago. I'm a big Chicago fan. I love Chicago, man. Great band, great.
Oh,
Oh, thank you,
absolutely.
man. We love you guys. You know it, man. And again, and get with me so we can figure out that date and we can get you guys back on the schedule, my friend. So anything else, gentlemen?
No, I think that's it. Man.
That's it, man. I guess
wraps our year up.
yeah, that's the end of the 2023 here at the Landis
Wow,
Theater. It was a very Desco year. Maybe next year can be another year for someone else.
Our 4th year doing this shit.
Yeah.
I got to say one thing before we go, and I said it to Steve on the way up here this evening, is it feels so quiet and so weird with just us in the building tonight.
Yeah.
And just thinking of all the great people that we've seen this year, all the great music that's ahead of us, man. I'm excited for 2024.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I just want to
Me as
thank
well.
again, Paul Spinelli and his wife Josie for the Christmas thing. But Paul is such a big proponent of us, and Sandy is another one who's here with the City of Vineland. She works in the Economic Development Office. The City of Vineland has been behind us. Like I said, other theaters in the area have their cash cows and things. We don't have that, and and we do our best to give the best that we can, and we want to put the city on the map. And if it wasn't for the people in the city, in the government in the city, and now some of the people that we've met in the county that have now taken a seat here in the county, we're very excited for the future of this, and not only the future of this, but the future of Vineland and the future of this county that really deserves and has the ability to put on some big shows in other places that we're talking about.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy to be able to open our expertise up to other events within the city, the confines of the city. We've spoke to Paul about, and we're excited to be a bigger part of the city and not just something bringing stuff into the city, but an actual part of the city.
Yeah.
Again, Sandy, we love you so much, and Paul and everyone, and of course the mayor. We love you so much. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for everyone that watches the show. Thank you for everyone that comes out to see these bands, man. Thank you, Steve, CT, Casey. I love you with all my heart. Our 3 little puppy dogs that love this theater. Everyone, Bob, our sound guy, Kathy, who does all of our a lot of our booking and stuff. I mean, Tommy on the stage, Andy, Benandy, as we call him.
I was hoping you'd forget him.
Yeah. Oh, we love Andy.
Mandy as well.
We got Mandy and Rob.
Jeremy.
And Jeremy. Yeah, we got to give a good shout out to Jeremy. Jeremy, we love you, man.
We're ending it there because there's too many damn people that work here.
Yeah. Well, there are
We'll
theater people. We got to
be
make sure.
going down the list forever.
You got to mention these people. It's the end of the year, man. You got to give these people the credit.
I know.
But I want to thank everyone that comes out, even the volunteers that come out that like Carol Palaha and stuff that come out and they volunteer with us. We really appreciate you guys so much. And if it wasn't for those people, we wouldn't be where we are. We wouldn't be able to do what we do. Thank you again. Casey Rays will be back open fully next week. And things are just going to start rolling for the new year. Casey, you want to add anything? You good? Well, we don't talk to everybody. Happy New Year, everyone. We will see you in 2024 right here on the Absolute Vodka live at the Landis podcast. Thank you again, Steve, CT, Casey, Steve Desco, who apparently is part of the show now. We're okay with that.
Happy New Year, guys.
We love you guys. Take care, guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?